Okay.
We're alive?
We're live. All right.
Live. We don't want any AI players, right?
No AI. Yeah, just us, please. Yeah. Leighton will win handily very quickly anyways, so... all right. Welcome, everyone. We are live streaming Railroad Tycoon 3, which came out almost 20 years ago. But joining me today, I'm Heis. We have Admiral Ellis, who's new to the channel and a great friend of my buddy Brett, and he's also got a YouTube channel. We'll talk about that in a little bit. And then we have our friends from the Ranking of the Tech Tree video. We have Leighton and we have Brett. And everyone except Brett got the memo on the names in the game, so Brett is Teddy. So,
woo!
Don't knock Teddy.
Anywho,
real quick.
Go ahead.
Oh, all right. I keep stepping on your intro. I'm so sorry.
How dare you?
Goddamn.
Bastard.
You can go now.
Okay. I was gonna say before I hit start, let me get my recording going as well.
Oh, naturally. Yes.
And what map are we playing?
We are on the Chicago, New York. Seems like
that's fine. I mean, unless there's some of them that have
Change
stupid wind conditions, and I can't remember which they are. So I guess we'll just find out.
Chicago, New York. That's a good one. Do you want? Would you mind setting the difficulty level to expert?
Leighton, could you just not? I know you want to dunk on us, but could we have I could settle for hard, maybe?
I'd say hard.
I haven't. Okay, I'll put it on hard. I have not played this game in probably a decade. It's
Leighton.
Brett?
We all know you like it hard, but
Brett, Leighton, and I played this I don't know 6 months ago, and Brett and I discovered that Leighton's just really good at it because he's actually played it since 2003 and we haven't. So, yeah, anyways. Yeah, what year is it? Hey, William Deal's in the chat,
automatic.
so...
hey!
The big deal is
it's a
here.
Big deal.
It is a big deal.
Man.
And he says, what year is it? It's 2003.
Apparently.
Apparently.
We've got a LAN party going.
We do have a LAN party. So
Leighton's taped to the ceiling.
Yeah, Leighton is taped to the ceiling, and we're going to be enjoying this silly game from a million years ago. And I'm going to be enjoying the soundtrack. I love the soundtrack of this game. Obviously, it was inspiration for the Railroads Online soundtrack. But, yeah, so this game came out in 2003. It's actually got a surprisingly great economic simulation all the way throughout it.
I need my cheat sheet.
Yeah, get your cheat sheets out.
We missed this part, Mark. Explain, Ellis.
Oh, I have contained in my desk a very, very battered industry sheet.
Oh my god, you have the fold-out that came with the game? You still have that?
Manual. He installed it from disk.
Oh my god. I mean, I probably have that at my mom's house, buried somewhere in a basement somewhere.
You know,
But
journal labeled 5th grade.
Seriously.
I never left 2003.
Apparently not.
Anyway, all right, let me set my thing rolling real quick.
Yeah.
All right, and in 3, 2. Oh, I hit F12 and it redid the. What the heck?
Professional YouTuber right here, everyone. Professional YouTuber.
Apparently F12 it changes the screen resolution.
Oh, that's a helpful thing.
I don't know what to do now. Okay, hold on.
Also, I would like everyone to know that I'm getting a 2500 FPS in the menu right now.
Staring at this image with a cursor blinking at the bottom.
Yeah, if I move the cursor real fast... Oh, if I move the cursor real fast, it's dropped to 1500, so...
Oh god, how will you cope?
How will I cope?
I need to go back. I need to go back to the main menu and fix my resolution now.
We'll eventually get started on this thing.
Host. Oh god. I was really hoping it would give the host to Leighton instead.
Oh well.
Or back to Mark.
It's just rotating hosts.
Oh,
so,
okay.
For the stream viewers, are we late to the party? No, we were late to the party. This was supposed to start.
Late.
We were supposed to start at 7, and I had audio technical problems. I had Hamachi problems because we're using a third-party LAN software to play this game over LAN over the internet because that's the only way you can play multiplayer. We had all sorts of fun. So yeah, no one's late to the party because we haven't even really started the party.
This is really reminding me of every time we try to do locomotive versus. It takes 30 minutes for people to select their locomotives.
Anytime
Anyway,
we try to do anything, it fails.
yeah.
Are
Or
we
just
ready?
Yeah,
all right, and in
I've
3,
clicked.
2. There we go. I clicked the record button that wasn't the F12 hotkey on my keyboard.
Nailed
I
it.
am ready to go. I clicked my button that made it red. I don't know if that's correct or not.
Your
Either
signal
way,
aspect is still red. You gotta have green.
Yeah.
Green
There
is
you
for
go.
go. Red is for stop.
We're starting.
It was
Finally.
green when I loaded in, and I thought, well, why would it make me automatically ready? Why would I not have to select it to become ready?
Because you were born ready.
Yeah,
You're
okay.
a star, baby.
Anyway,
Okay.
I'll,
The Great
Back to the
Race.
stream.
A challenge has been issued. The task: connect New York to Memphis. There is no time limit and no different degrees of victory. The first person to connect these two cities wins, plain and simple. The USRA plays no role in this map, so it has been removed. Don't just stand around and acting confused. Wait. Whatever. Get out there and lay some track! Special conditions: no unconnected track building, no multiple companies, no mergers or takeovers. And Leighton's gonna win. All right.
yeah,
Woo!
start a new company.
We're New York
let's
to
see.
Memphis.
That's how I got to Memphis. For all the Mel Tillis fans. in the
We're
field.
gonna be
No.
using the modern day name for the ES&D.
Why did I not? I wish I could now change my name. That was a mistake. Should have gone with something else.
You're the one that has the one name that actually works.
Yeah. No, I know. I could have. But it. Oh crap! I can't do that. How do I? I just started laying track and immediately broke it. All right, I went in the wrong direction, and I'm
Oh.
afraid of what happens when I remove the cursor.
Someone
when I
started
release
in
the
Memphis.
cursor.
Someone started. Oh, you guys are so fast! I haven't even looked and figured out where I want to build track.
Oh, there's my first piece of track.
Is this where we start
was a
from the
mistake.
distillery just to be real authentic?
Rule
In
G.
this-
Roll G.
Distillery is a pretty consistent, solid bet financially. So,
Okay, yes, give us the tips there, Mr. Moreland. Well, I think I'm gonna
people
go
like
over here.
booze. Booze always does well.
You know, that's fair. I'm
And now-
gonna sit down and look at my world. Oh, this action's not allowed in the scenario. World map of where stuff is going.
How do I rotate stations?
Don't they just snap to the track?
Well, I
was
haven't.
gonna
I guess
say.
you'd lay the track first, I suppose. I hadn't laid
Yeah.
track yet. I was gonna lay the station first because that seemed to be the smart move. But
This map going. Well, what the heck do I do? It has been so long since I've played this game.
it's been a good 6 months. This game brings back some great memories. That is why we were playing it.
Solid nostalgia, man.
For me, the great memories mostly consist of being really confused because I had no idea how to play this game.
This game was so freaking advanced for the age that we were when we played it.
Oh, absolutely.
There's a reason that we were bad at it and then came back to it and we're still bad at it, but Leighton, who had actually
And we're
like
still
retried
bad.
to play it, was like doing well.
I was gonna say, if anybody claimed to be good at this when it first came out, with the age we were at, you're full of shit.
Oh, I was not. I could
Literally.
never get the financial shit
None
to
of
work.
us were.
Yeah, if you did good, it's because you got lucky.
Pretty much.
And if you were playing this game, you weren't good at getting lucky. So,
Well, when it came out, yeah,
Ouch.
I was a little
Ouch.
young for that.
Well, I mean, you know,
I'm in this
2003.
picture and I hate it.
Beautiful. All right, that'll do right there. Oh, good. I can buy a Shay. Guess what, viewers? I'm not going to.
hey, in this game, the Shay is pretty freaking good.
I'll take it.
Write that down.
I'll
Write
take
that
your-
down.
Yeah, I was about to
Yes.
say I'll take your word for it.
Let's see. What do we want? An 8-wheeler. Yeah, let me get one of them.
Oh
Board of Directors has suspended the dividends, bastards.
How dare you suspend the dividend? I managed to lay a pretty flat railroad, so I guess we're gonna
I have not.
be doing a we're gonna get a American
Oh.
going here. Look at this! It's got 4 cars already. Annoyed with my performance?
Oh, I
Well,
can
to
do
hell with the
that.
board of directors.
All right.
There it goes.
I have a train. Oh crap! That's a year gone by already.
Look at this.
Guess so. Game speed's at normal.
Who else can
Man,
only
the speed
afford
of
Atlanta?
all of these Tycoon games always is just striking to me.
Yeah, this thing hauls the mail, literally. We're literally hauling mail, and it also went very fast.
Oh, very fast.
Right, I need to connect to existing track.
Is mayonnaise an instrument? I'm not sure why they said that in the chat, but I felt like I needed to read it.
Insightful commentary from the from chat.
To whoever who to the owner of the white sedan, you left your lights on. SpongeBob
I
quotes are always
actually
good.
had a genuine one of those in a restaurant I was in the other day. Not even left your lights on those. I pulled into the parking lot and I realized that the person I'd parked next to was blocking someone in. And I went, wow, that sucks for that person. I don't know how they're going to get out. As soon as I walked in the restaurant, somebody came on the overhead telling them, you got to move your car. It's like,
That's
oh,
hilarious.
crap. Like, yeah, there are consequences.
Oh, so
consequences.
there will be consequences. Oh lordy. Dark Rider. I can't remember. I can't remember his name actually, but his YouTube name is Dark Rider ZX or whatever. He's in the Discord. He's good people. I know who he is, but I can't think of his. I can't put username to real name. He asks in the YouTube chat, is this on disc or is this on Steam? It's on disc if you're Ellis and you're mad, but the rest of us are on Steam.
Yeah, manage to have a 20-year-old disc that is not scratched to hell.
Hey, I have my original copy of Roller Coaster Tycoon
Oh, hell
from
yeah.
1998. It's so old that it literally does not work on Windows 10. It doesn't. You have to be.
Sounds
You have
about
to
right.
be pre-XP for that disc to work. Literally.
Good God.
Roller Coaster Tycoon. That game was the shit, though.
That game is freaking great.
Mm.
To the owner of the 040, you left your headlamp on. Yeah,
Pretty
you're
much.
burning kerosene. Oh, we've got a caboose hop going. It's not gone well, ladies and gents.
I was gonna say I'm doing my best impression of the RGS over here. I'm hauling like a car at a time over the worst laid railroad conceivable.
For the ES&D, this is actually a relatively nice track. So I'm going to have to lay something really poor just in case Clown shows up so he can have an
Stay on
aneurysm.
brand.
Hey, man. Brand marketing, it's important. You gotta preserve your brand.
Branding.
The pirate, it'd be about branding, Yar.
Yar.
More about branding.
Don't remind me about pirates. Ugh.
Why? You have bad pirate experiences?
No, I love pirates, and I love Pirates of the Caribbean, but I've done a too recent bad mistake involving rum and pirates and staying up late with Tristan, so...
Ooh.
How'd your weekend start? You know, starting Pirates of the Caribbean at 2 in the morning?
Ahoy.
Yeah, that's an idea.
Oh, plus 0K? What the hell is that?
Do we buy the Camelback? No, of course we don't buy the Camelback. Why would we buy a Camelback?
I'm down for Camelback hate.
My problem with Camelbacks is, those pictures you saw, or the pictures that are out there of them when they, sheared a crank pin and then the rod just goes right through the fucking cab.
Yeah, it kind of smushes the engineer.
Doesn't smush.
They're somewhat pleased with my performance. My salary's gone up.
Wow.
Look at
Somewhat
that.
pleased.
Somewhat pleased. Clown
High
is
praise.
here. Good.
It penetrates the engineer.
It doesn't
Finally.
penetrate, it disintegrates.
Sure.
Turn into a red spear.
Oh, we've
It's
got a
a
traffic
business.
jam on the ES&D. ES&DT, I guess, is what my my new acronym is for this.
Eat shit or die trying.
The eat shit and die trying. It
Oh,
would be
and
better
die
as an
trying.
or, but we still an and. This is the modern 1924 we reorganized the railroad. The Rio Grande did it, so we thought it would be cool to do.
I love that that's the reasoning. Oh, these guys are doing it. It's cool. So
We feel like
let's do it.
renumbering all these locomotives.
Yeah, it was in vogue.
Come on, somebody arrive at somewhere so I can buy another thing.
How old is this game? It is
welcome to
almost
the
20 years
entire game.
old. It is 2003.
Yeah. This game has been there for the full cycle of Britney Spears.
That's, you know,
It's a great trick of time. I like this.
Yeah, it's like telling people, you know, that boiler on 346, it was put there when there was a Kaiser and a Tsar.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Leighton with the historical references here.
Oh, I just realized. Oh, I should have done that.
Someone
I
asked,
really should have looked at the commodity map more closely before I started building track.
that is the mistake that you can make, is not doing that. Yeah.
I should have thought more like Leighton and less like Ellis.
I haven't seen Leighton starting to buy up every industry on the level yet, so that's good.
Oh, he's buying everything on my end.
Oh, I haven't seen any of the auctions come up.
Those are railroads, aren't they?
I thought the auctions were for industries, if you're going to buy an industry.
In railroads, yeah.
Monopoly.
I don't think this game has that. I think this one you just buy it.
Yeah, you just buy it.
Oh, to hell with that.
Yeah.
So Leighton's,
But that's-
Leighton's murdering everything then.
I'm just building a meatpacking plant. Okay?
Leighton's sitting over here
We're
not
building
playing the
industries.
railroad tycoon. He's playing the business tycoon that has a railroad involved in it.
According to my girlfriend, I'm Jack Donaghy from 30 Rock, and I will take that compliment.
Is that Alec Baldwin?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah, without the shooting people part.
Yeah, boy in chat says the K4 last ran when there was an actual economy.
Wow.
Woof.
Ouch.
Ooh, that's
Ouch.
a swipe right there.
Make money.
Yeah, now the entire,
Does that help
the
if you
entire
yell at the
economy is-
train?
Just poking the company as a whole with a stick. Come on, do something.
Man, we want the money.
These are expensive industries. How is Leighton buying all these industries?
Industries
my-
are really expensive.
In my effort to do anything, I built track in the middle of nowhere effectively, and now I'm making no money.
Well, I connected some prominent locations, and I'm running 2 trains, and they seem to be making. Well, that one only made $5,000 just then, but they seem to be making some amount of money.
Who is
Yeah,
the lines?
Who is titties? Me.
What? Oh, you are the titties. Okay, well,
You are the
Highlight.
titties.
I am. I'm Groot. We are the titties.
okay, board. Speaking of
some,
Star Trek, how's your Bird 7, Mark?
Oh, why you do this to me?
Oh,
Um,
I was looking at this.
Seven had a stroke and is a paraplegic, and he's probably gonna get put down soon. So
Oh.
that's not for you to know, obviously. Like, you couldn't have known that was a very recent thing. But yeah, he's 24, 25 years old. So I mean, it's an old cockatiel. So
Only slightly older than this game.
yeah, only slightly older than this game. Yeah.
How is it that in the company list I made more revenue than Mark? Mark, who has connected the 3 largest cities on the eastern seaboard, and me,
Well-
who has connected steamed hams.
It's an Albany expression.
Well, I only have 2 trains, so maybe you're running more trains than me.
Nope, I've got 1.
Okay.
Maybe?
Well, I've got a train that is running to Baltimore that is doing the Lord's work of delivering alcohol for $0, and had
Yes.
3 full cars of alcohol that it
Praise it
proceeded
be
to
this
deliver
train.
that it delivered for free. That's my kind of train, everyone. You think I
This
thought it was Sid
train
Meier's
is bound
Railroads?
for
No,
boozing.
I would love for us to play Sid Meier's Railroads, but Leighton's too scared because I'll actually win that one and he won't. So
No,
Hey,
I'm not scared of it. It's the one time we tried to play together, I was hammered, and I can't learn anything new when I'm drunk.
well, that's true.
You guys want to know what else I have a disc of in my desk?
Sid Meier's Railroads.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
I'm
Nerd.
pretty sure anyway. That's probably the Tycoon game of this era that I played the least. I played a lot of this, but didn't understand it. I played a lot of Locomotion, but you don't really have to understand it to make a buttload of money in Locomotion.
Yeah, Locomotion's pretty easy.
God, I wish life was like that.
God, my trains are not making a heck ton of money here. I think I'm gonna have to teddy bear introduce. Oh,
Teddy-
okay. That's not a
Waddles?
meme. That's not a
What?
meme about Brett.
Teddy, not pity.
Yeah,
Teddy bear. Oh,
teddy bear introduced.
I only just got it.
Yeah, it's funny how desynced
Aren't
the
you the
the
host?
newspaper messages are.
Yeah,
That seems
we're gonna ignore that.
something seems off about that.
This section of track.
I'm sitting here 15 minutes into my own recording, realizing I didn't do an intro.
You can do it in post. Be
Yeah.
a man. Be a man.
I invested all of my intro time into stepping on your intro.
Well, you really did, you dick.
I'm sorry.
How's this new friendship going? Well, oh no, I just bought a Camelback because I'm an idiot. No! I
Well,
thought
now
I
you're just angry at yourself.
Now I am. Yeah, I'm just mad. Why would you want this? Why would you want this? Fuel economy, very good. Acceleration, poor. Passenger appeal, ugly.
Yeah, good.
Look at it! Look at it! I want all of you to look at it!
Why is my train stopped?
Can I replace it? That costs money, though. We don't have money on the ES and DT.
There it goes.
You think you don't have money?
God, this thing, look at how many polys this has. It has 4.
6.
There are 4 polygons. Can't we blow the whistle somehow? Give
I
me
don't
some
know, it
entertainment.
I
Seems
don't
like
think
a
it's
decent
on.
Oh
detail
yeah.
for
Oh, but
the
God,
line.
it's a hoot. It's a really bad hoot at that too.
Mark, I thought for you, all hoots were bad hoots.
Well, yes, but this is particularly bad.
This is a heinous hoot.
Firmly grasp it. What is this stream? It's actually just SpongeBob memes.
SpongeBob memes in a game that is older than a lot of the people watching, probably.
Details.
Well, my metrics actually say that a lot of people around my age watch, which is kind of surprising. But yeah.
Oh, so do you want me to tell the story about the guys I met yesterday at the museum?
Yeah, you may as well. They actually messaged me on Discord after the fact, by the way. I got a message from them today.
Really? Small world after all.
Indeed.
Okay, so yesterday, I'm at the Railroad Museum. It was kind of a day.
While the rest of us are doing work, by the way.
Yeah, and what
Yeah,
was Leighton
okay.
doing? Nothing.
Okay, well,
I've now
There
realized that the Camelback is very cheap, so maybe I'll buy some more.
how many people does it take to do a boiler wash, Brett?
Well, Dusty and I were doing just fine, so...
Exactly. And I was, y'all were doing stuff, and I was just talking to some visitors in the viewing gallery, and one guy says, like, hey, we've been playing Railroads on... I asked him, do you have any questions? And he says, yeah, we've been playing Railroads Online, and I got my friends into it, and then we go through this whole, like, big brain time moments of, like, yeah, the guy who did the soundtrack and does all the videos, you still work here. And, yeah, me and this other guy were on this video. And then I said, yeah, Sunday night we're doing a Railroad Tycoon 3 live stream. And they were like, you can still play that game? And I'm like, yeah, it's on Steam. And they said, you can... I said, yeah, we're doing multiplayer. You have to do it through Hamachi. You can't... Although you can do it through LAN. They were like, we can set up a LAN party. I'm like, yeah, it's not a true LAN party unless somebody's duct taped to the ceiling. Like, we've done that with Cat 6 cables. You can, in fact, hang somebody from the ceiling with Cat 6 cables. So, to you guys out there who hang people from the ceilings for LAN parties with Cat 6 cables, you're doing the Lord's work. Keep it up.
As opposed to the parties with Cat of Nine Tails, those are very different parties where latex is involved.
Rare. Well, that was a quick left turn there.
But you are not kidding with the Camelback being cheap.
Yeah, it's only 80 grand, and the stats aren't that bad. I mean, it's disgusting, but I mean, okay, you know.
I hate it, but it works.
I hate it, but yeah, we were being the Redding over here right now.
Burning all that garbage anthracite coal.
All right, this is my favorite comment I've seen so far. Hayden Urquhart, I probably mispronounced that, says, Sponge Bob. With a space. No caps, just Sponge Bob. Yes. Yes, that.
Yes.
Indeed. Sponge Bob to you too.
Yeah, the trains phasing through each other is kind of weird. As the signal engineer in me explodes that if they didn't model that at the same time, I mean, this is more about, management and running a railroad than running of trains, which I think that's actually the cool thing about Railroads Online is that we kind of do both the logistics piece, the trains, or not both, but the logistics piece, the train simulator piece, and the management piece kind of all in one. Look at this, we're going to be hauling steel and what is this mixed train of cursedness?
Well, everything is mixed trains of cursedness.
Well, you can set them to not be mixed trains of cursedness, but that doesn't make any sense in this game, really.
You, kick off the brakes. You're going downgrade. Why are you crawling? Throw caution to the wind. You must make me money.
Okay, so aside from
Building
mining
too,
to
yeah.
build as a park, speaking of mixed trains of cursedness, I was reading, the Southern Pacific Technical and Historical Society, they've done these obnoxiously thick books going through all the minutiae of Southern Pacific passenger cars. And me being a sadistic jerk, or sadistic weirdo with nothing better to do, I've been reading them. And I'm reading the passenger car one, and, okay, imagine the Southern Pacific Railroad. Kind of a big deal.
A little bit.
In mixed train service, what year do you think they retired their last wood-bodied truss-framed cars?
1952.
I was going to actually say exactly 52. I'll go
Okay.
53.
The answer is 1948, which is still freaking impressive.
That's, yeah.
I knew I should have gone with $1.
Okay, Bob. But yeah,
Gotcha, $1.
yeah.
You gotta
So,
be
first
quicker than that.
mixed train service.
Train 2 has arrived at Knoxville for that much money? Fuck. More trains to Knoxville.
I've got 4 trains running, and one of them's gonna make $34,000. One of them's a caboose hop. One of them's making $6,000, and one's making $3,000. One car of clothing. Yeah, we're running a lot of trains, but not doing much. Hang on, we've now got a train running out of Philly that's full of alcohol. Yeah, there we are. Party train going to New York.
Oh, I
got-
finally
It's
realized
got a
what
martini
the copy button-
glass on the side of the boxcar. It's getting chased. I don't think they're maintaining distance between trains.
Is there a newspaper happening? Oh no, I was just lagging for no reason.
Yeah, I was wondering what was going on there. I've got trains
It's
on
on my
trains on.
train.
Maybe I should probably double track some of this, but we don't really have a lot of capital, so
Yeah, Brett, your just like continued expansion is kind of annoying.
Yeah, you think it's annoying to you, my shareholders hate my guts.
Oh God, you've got a lot of railroad down there.
Yeah.
I almost made it across the mountains. I'm almost to Roanoke.
This
Where are
is
you guys
Brett-
getting all this money?
This is Brett's railroad. That's absurd. Oh God, you're
Oh,
almost to
God
Roanoke, and you're gonna
damn
get it. You're gonna connect to it. You're gonna get to it just because you're right there.
Almost.
Christ.
Well, it's Memphis. It's Memphis, New York, isn't it?
Yeah,
It is, yeah.
But you're like closer to winning than any of us.
Well, yeah, but I'm also like in. You can't see my finances right now. It's ooh.
Oh,
Last I
can't
heard,
verify.
the investors are quite fed up with my performance, and I am down to $4,000 in salary. So,
I don't remember to do
I've
any-
fallen
any
into
company things.
the Colorado trap of my railroad is really hilly, and that is causing me severe headaches. It's actually reasonably profitable when a train arrives every 10 minutes.
yeah, for some reason, I've connected like the 4 biggest cities on the level, and they're just not. The trains are just not making money.
Not doing anything for you.
Gonna issue some
Where
bonds.
is the
Hopefully that
carload
goes well.
statistic? DC is pretty big.
Thing is, I can
I mean, not really anymore. I would say DCC has far surpassed DC for all the serious models.
Out.
Thank you for that.
Out.
So click on your globe in the little menu thing.
Yep.
Then click on the crate at the top.
Yep.
More gondolas is more money.
Yes, I know that.
Okay.
But then you can sort by what goes where and how many loads of what is where, but it's hard to
Yeah.
know exactly. Dividends been suspended. We are ESNDN.
Uh-oh. Credit rating has suddenly tanked.
My credit rating is CCC, which
Yup.
yeah, that's a bad credit rating.
Oh boy.
No.
But a very cool New Deal program.
And they cut my salary again. Leighton, unsurprisingly, is making the most money by far.
Yeah.
Brett has doubled. Wait, Brett, you have double my profit, but 4 times my revenue. I guess that's because you're building lots of track.
I have
Not
built
4 times. I guess it's only like 3 times. Sorry, quick math.
Quick maths. I've built a lot of railroad.
Mr. Mikado 282 says, I thought multiplayer for this game was gone. No, it's not. You can play this game if you have a LAN emulation software. We use LogMeIn Hamachi, which is free to download, and have up to, I think, 4 or 5 people in a network, and then you can just, use the LAN IPs from that service with the Steam version of this game, and you can just connect. So,
if you do happen to have the disc version, you do need to go and get the 1.05 patch so that you'll be on board with everybody else.
If you have the disc version, one of the 5 people out there in the world that does.
Yeah, if anybody is dumpster diving at a half-price books, you might be one of those people.
we're running passenger cars now. They're 0% full. Why are we're running... Oh, it's unloading. That's why I was like, why is this train running with 3 passenger cars with no people?
And also, why are you not on my train?
Yeah, empty trains were actually recreating Black on Track from 2015 at the Colorado Railroad Museum.
Oh, God.
Oh, God, you didn't have to go there.
You did not have to go.
It was also 2014, Leighton, but that's all right.
Yes, it was pre my tenure, so...
I thought it was I thought we did that event like 2 years.
Oh, God, did they do that mistake twice?
Keep up.
I believe that Bernsteinism existed twice.
Hey, Dusty's friend Jimmy from the COG says in chat,
Hey, Jimmy!
I think I have the Mac version on disc. I never owned a Mac, though, but it was in the bargain bin at the store.
That is awesome.
That's
But it
great.
turns out it was a mistake for me to get a second train because it's losing me more money than it was making.
Hey, a train finally arrived. I have money. Quick, spend it before we go back into debt.
Oh my God, my credit rating has gone to BB. Take a bond out now. Can I connect to Salisbury? I'm gonna have to not use the bridge, I think, is the problem, though. I'm gonna just... Oh, I don't want double track. That's gonna be expensive. We want single track, and we're gonna come in after the water tank. And we're just gonna make a Y, I guess, that runs down to Salisbury.
My
think
fifth favorite kind of steak.
Slandered Stone, you can ask me about your question. Send me a private message. I'll explain it. Look at how
He's
flat
asking
this
about
is.
the museum event.
Yes.
Oh.
I don't know. It was just a bad event. I guess we could talk about it, but we don't need to.
I mean,
we're not trying
really,
to give...
yeah, it was widely publicized by the museum. It's not some horrible secret. It's just a thing that the museum did that, in hindsight, was probably kind of tone deaf and also wasn't really that great of an event. So
Yeah.
Conceptually, okay. So the idea behind the event was to.
this is for Black on Track for those playing at
Black
home.
on Track, followed the next month by Patty on Track.
Well,
For
that one didn't work because they didn't have Jameson sponsor it, and nobody could get hammered while they did it. So
Exactly. So the idea behind Black on Track was to highlight the African American experience towards the railroad industry and the history of American railroading, which is very important, something that's not talked often enough, and something that is very much worthwhile doing. However, the execution was, shall we say, it was as good an execution as that of Rasputin. Did not go over well.
Okay.
Oh God, I've crashed.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, and on that terrible bombshell. Mine's frozen, I
seems to
think.
be. Oh, wait. Yeah, it may be frozen. It does appear to be frozen.
Well,
Damn
we'll
it! I
see.
had just connected Roanoke.
This is a very real problem with this game.
That influx of cash was too much.
That was too much.
I have a... Oh, there you go. It now knows I'm now the host,
Ice is now the
and Brett is
Ice
dead.
left the game.
All right, viewers. We have 122 viewers right now, by the way.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
All right, viewers, would you
Well.
like to see us start fresh and get Brett back in, or does Brett just have to watch the stream? Let's hear.
I mean, really, how much longer are you guys going to be running that one for?
Well, you were the one that was going to win.
Yeah,
I don't know about that. Leighton, this is the way, because the three of us played one game like 6 months ago, which you've mentioned. Leighton and I continued to play on and off, and this is how he always does it. He gets like a smallish railroad that does really, really well, gets ridiculously profitable, and then he builds all of the track all at once. And
It's
it's
probably
different
smarter.
from my style, which has
Yeah.
been, my style is what I've been doing. You just kind of build as you're able to. And it's actually kind of a toss-up of usually which one of us would win. Usually contingent on whether or not I go bankrupt.
All right, everyone. So, Brett, you should feel warm and fuzzy. I made a poll in the stream chat to see what people think, and it is rampantly 88% yes. Very few people say to hell with Brett, so we'll start again. So,
Yes.
Yeah.
I see you
News.
voting there, Jimmy. I don't know if you're saying to hell with me or not, but I see you voting there.
Oh, Jimmy, Dusty's friend from the cog?
Dusty's friend from the cog, Jimmy?
Jimmy.
If I could vote, I would be voting to start again because I'm now massively in the hole.
Yeah, I was
doing-
also having a bad time, so...
I was doing pretty well, so
Right, then
and then I
What
fell
about
off a cliff for some
Mulligan?
reason.
whole program crashed on me, so getting back into Railroad Tycoon 3. And
The stream's
who is-
gonna go. The stream's gonna go black while I make my my thing.
And who's gonna host this?
It's gonna be me. Password is my usual password for everything. Wink, wink.
Roger.
Say no more, say no more.
I also put it in the thing just in case. Oh, and with
7.
I'm the 25/7 that's not Leighton. I'm the one that has Pogum in my name.
Pogum.
Yeah,
Pog 'em. Poggers.
Teddy Bunsevelt has returned.
excellent.
Thank you, chat.
Yeah, yes, chat likes Brett.
Can we do
I'm all
Germany
thank-
this time?
Do you want to do the German trains?
That's for doing Germany.
We could do
do
the
the
German
German
trains.
I was totally memeing, but if we want to do Germany, I am so down for Germany.
I do enjoy that map.
I mean, it'll throw me for a loop because I don't know any of the locomotives, but sure. We can do the German
Whoops,
trains.
that's the wrong. I grabbed the wrong thing and I moved
Oh.
my capture window off the screen so that your password wouldn't be given away.
Someone said you do realize that since you're using Hamachi, you don't need a password. That's true. They can't get into our Hamachi network, so
You know that's valid.
that is
No, I'm not
Whoever
exactly.
you are in the chat that said that and pointed that out.
you're too smart for us.
Nah, yeah. Nah. There are 4 engineering degrees on this stream, and you have outsmarted all of us handily.
Hey, we're just being secure if someone hacks into our Hamachi, which is definitely a thing people try to do, I'm sure.
They're stream sniping our Railroad Tycoon 3 game. The competitive
Yeah.
circuit is still huge in Mongolia.
Ah, yes, Mongolian Railroad Tycoon 3. The Wild Wild West.
Those were some good days and wild times, man.
Oh, yeah.
Do not do the 1940s. I don't think that's an option. But we
don't
also
talk about that.
we also can't tell that story on the YouTube stream. I don't think.
Nope.
I don't know what story you're talking about.
How do you not know what story that?
Story we're talking about.
The
We'll tell you after. For fuck's
Okay.
sake.
Is this in reference to our German book club?
No.
No, actually, no. That is.
We can't talk about that either.
We really can't talk about that one.
No. The
Okay.
former makes us look bad. The latter makes other people look bad.
Indeed. All right. I'm gonna press the button. We're starting.
Alright, let's
Oh,
go.
lava frog.
Hey, on the bright side, that was an almost perfect break at the 30-minute mark for my episodes.
Beautiful. There you go.
Remember what I said about 20 to 30% of these games we can't play to completion?
Yeah, well, there's one.
There's one. Okay,
Connect as
your
many
task
cities
for
as you
this
can.
map is to connect to as many cities possible as you can in 15 years. You will be judged against your peers in the end, and only the company who has the highest number of cities will win. Good luck, and be careful of increasing track costs. Ooh, the more track you lay, the more expensive it gets.
Oh god.
Auto fun connected market strudel. Strudel 1000.
Oh, fun connected, Mark. That's fantastic. Oh shit, that's Russia.
Yeah. Well,
I will be in Schleswig-Holstein.
whatever. Time to actually check the world map first, so I don't make the same mistake again.
Who connected to my track after Schwerin?
Oh, I thought it was.
That's
Whoops.
me, you bastard!
Oh,
I thought
darn
that
it.
was decent because I tried to place track there and it didn't place for whatever reason, and then I
You-
just retried. Oops,
You
sorry.
Bastard! Delete your track! I want to be
No.
able to build out of my town.
Fuck you! I've already built a Schleswig.
Fuck you!
Fuck you, buddy.
Ain't your money, guy.
I ain't your guy, buddy.
We're all deeply broken on the inside.
Oh god, I'm gonna run only Fairleys just to fuck with Mark.
Oh god, are they an option?
Yes,
They
they are.
an option. They
They're
are
the best
dang
option, in
it.
fact.
Oh no. Oh no, this is gonna turn into memes. Oh, is this, yeah, these are over different territory. Like, can we build in all the different countries? This
You
isn't
can
a,
if you
Yeah,
buy
well,
right.
After
This
doing
isn't-
German unification.
this is not a problem in, in the American levels.
Silence!
That's one of the things that crossed my mind when you
Actually,
were saying
don't
it. I was
silence. It's a stream. We should keep talking. But
Yeah, that's kind of the point.
Welcome to
Okay.
Berlin. Seems like a
All right.
smart move, right?
I would say that I think the last time I suffered by trying to save money on stations and going with small ones, so I'm just gonna go whole hog now.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
have
think
to go
you
on
want
stations.
big stations. Yeah.
fuck's sake.
They are a really good option. They're actually really cheap compared to the other two options.
Snake farm. It can only go 18 miles an hour. It can only go 18 miles an hour.
Rag era.
God, but yeah, everything else is really expensive. Passenger appeal, ugly, shocker.
Okay.
Are you buying a Fairley?
No, I'm not gonna buy a goddamn Fairley.
Okay.
What is with all these two-driver locomotives? I'm confused by Europe being Europe.
In
They really did
2014
like those.
In 2014, I went to go ride the Festiniog Railway, and I have to say, walking onto the platform in Blanded Festiniog and seeing a, for whatever reason, white, grayish double Fairley, I thought that was adorable. And then we got all the way to Portmanog. They break the engine off to go coal and water it, and a cute blonde in overalls jumps out of it. So there are redeeming factors to Fairleys.
By
Is
the
that a
ugly
redeeming factor of Fairleys or Wales?
Good point.
What's
I'm
the
gonna blame
joke?
it on the Fairleys.
What's the joke about whales?
What is the joke about this?
Let me tell you a story about me and sheep.
No, I don't think we want to hear that one.
I don't think we're about to hear it, John. Oh, Sonny. Sonny is playing through us. Strudelgausen, yeah!
Connected X.
Rollhausen in the lead!
Do we connect to this little thing? I guess I
Okay,
could put a
do
itty bitty
that.
station stop there for reasons. Well,
Doesn't
hello?
let me build track.
I joined with you at the New Brandenburg.
Neubrandenburg, yeah.
Yeah.
Just doesn't want me to connect track, I guess. I'm trying to just have like a tangent intersection, and that apparently is impossible.
Yeah, Brett, also apparently in like multiplayer, I can't build off of your track. So I'm having to do some goofy shit to be able to connect from my station.
Let me play a sad song on the world's smallest violin.
Everyone's remarking on how big the driving wheel is on the Sterling 422 that I have.
I've actually seen that engine. It's freaking weird.
You don't want the Crampton, which has both a hilarious name and horrible stats?
No. No, I don't. Was harmonica and banjo music popular in 1870s Germany? You'd be surprised, actually. Oh, I don't need to go down this tangent rabbit hole about
We want to
about the history of Cajun music down in Nowlands and around there. A lot of folks from Germany came to settle in the States around Louisiana and New Orleans, and that's actually where a lot of the blues music that's in Railroad Tycoon 3 comes from Germanic folk playing the accordion for dance ceremonies at houses. They would throw a dance at someone's house, and they'd move all the chairs and everything out of the parlor, and people would go to a dance, and the accordion was the only thing loud enough so that everyone could hear over the dancing, the sound of people running around in their porches back in the day. So that's actually the inspiration for a fair amount of the Railroad Tycoon 3 soundtrack, I would assume. But any of the accordion songs that are in there, that's where that comes from.
Brett, stop building off of my railroad!
Make me!
Trying to earn a decent living.
All
Build
of
the
these.
railroad.
France finally pays. Now go away!
I'll taunt you a second time.
I
Shall
said that
taunt you a
first.
second time.
I just got the paper.
We've all started this game in Germany, and Weibold is still in Colorado. That's why it's taken him so long.
Yeah. Getting the paper in
Yeah.
the mornings.
What year is it? It's 1873. Yeah, it's coming over on liners.
It's 1872. You can sue her.
As someone pointed out, oh god, the American caboose behind the Sterling single.
Yeah.
That's a flavor right there.
Oh, I forgot caboose are a thing in this game.
Okay, question for the group. What is the proper plural of caboose?
Caboose.
Cabooses, but caboose is funnier.
Caboose is funnier. Yeah.
I say caboose.
I'm noticing
man.
that.
The alcohol's making some money. Shocker.
Yeah.
In
Alcohol?
Germany?
Germany?
In Germany? Uns the beer? As Dark Rider points out, in heaven there is no beer. That's why we drink it here. And when I'm gone from here, all my friends will be drinking all of the beer. Yes, I saw Khan's message. I had to watch his video, of course, because we crashed out in the last thing.
And I'm out of money.
The votes for plural are caboose, kaboob, caboosin, caboosin, and caboose.
Kaboob. I like kaboob.
Caboosin. Caboosin is pretty good for Germany if we're being authentic to where we're at. Ja, das Caboosin, ja.
I remember when I was taught that the plural of mouse is mausen.
Yeah.
Ja.
But not Mauser.
Yeah.
It's very different.
Not mouser, no.
I don't really have any good places to connect other than why is there an apostrophe in the middle of this?
That's not German.
How do you say that? I don't know how to.
Find you in a minute.
Grunberg down to the southeast of Germany, or not Germany, Berlin.
Oh. Yeah, that's not supposed to have that. It's Grünberg, which literally means Greentown.
Greentown.
Greentown. They were Greentown.
Which I'll tell you, that's not what my bank account looks like right now.
Ooh.
I mean, I'm
Ain't we
doing
all?
okay. I'm glad we're still using dollars, even though that we're building in Germany.
You know, that's a good point. Not that it
See-
would really matter.
See,
I mean,
it
if you're
doesn't really
broke in
matter.
one
It's just
currency-
it's a game, but you know,
Yeah.
at least with Roller Coaster Tycoon back in the day, nothing would change other than the unit symbol, but you could feel like you were doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Feels official.
You could feel like you're broke just in a different country.
Yeah. And someone earlier asked if I'd played Planet Coaster, and yes, I was an early supporter of Planet Coaster, and I got the alpha. And Planet Coaster, unfortunately, has just been not fun for me. The management side of it's really bad. So I don't enjoy it. It's great for building roller coasters and like building great scenery and stuff, but that's not what scratches my itch. And speaking of Railroad Tycoon, or not Railroad Tycoon, Roller Coaster Tycoon, this locomotive that I just purchased, the Duke Class 440 with the big golden brass steam dome, looks
Yes.
kind of like the locomotive from Roller Coaster Tycoon.
A locomotive from Roller Coaster Tycoon, just like the first locomotive you get in Locomotion, or something. I know they're very similar. Obviously, they're made by the same guy, but it just sort of rings as being very similar. Probably have to put them side by side, and I would find out that I'm wrong. But I don't know. It's easy to conflate the two.
Indeed. It does look like they're trying to type an umlaut and they didn't know how.
It does actually. 'Cause
That's probably the
Grün-
best,
Grün
yeah.
does have an, yeah.
Grün, kind of, yeah.
It should have an umlaut in it.
Strildegahausen is still in the lead.
Because he freaking penned me in.
They're increasing my salary a bunch. We're having a better time this time.
That's good.
Woo.
We're trying to refinance our debt over here.
I've actually got an actual Cajun viewer that's talking about actual Mardi Gras, which is very fun.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
that would actually be fun. I had to do a study of the only reason I know that is for my minor in audio and acoustic sciences and music technology. For one of the courses I took, we had to study different ethnical types of music, and we chose to do Cajun and Creole music, which was quite interesting actually. It's stuff that I knew nothing about. So.
Real.
Gumbo.
Locomotion video when, someone asks. Hey, Ellis.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
We were
right at the
talking about
beginning.
that,
That would
yeah.
be a lot of fun. Man, okay, so things come out of what is. I love clicking through the menu and looking at all the different commodities that are available, and then forgetting which commodity I've clicked on. So I'm just looking at the world that we're living in a different color and going, okay, but what am I shipping exactly?
What are we shipping? Something.
I mean, there's ammunition in here.
Yes, we must shoot the bullets. Build the Y. I did. I built the Y. It's a bit of a drunk Y, if I'm honest, because it's got a diverging left-hand turnout and then a diamond, and then it goes back across.
Almost like something we might build in Railroads Online.
But it's like a 20-degree diamond, so you know.
Okay.
I'm making the mistake of buying more trains, but I think it will do so. Oh no, this train is now hauling a caboose. So maybe that was a mistake.
I've made this mistake before.
Mark, were you there that time that we put 346 and 1009 on the turntable at the same time?
I don't think I was there for that.
It might have been just before your time, but yeah, you can in fact fit a C-19 and a CNS Barber caboose on the turntable at the Colorado Railroad Museum and make it spin with 6 people.
With 6 people. Yeah, it sounds about right. I'm sure it wasn't balanced.
You can also fit Pee-wee, a boxcar, and a caboose on the turntable, and it's the cutest little freight train in the world.
I was there for that, yeah. And Leighton, I said that I might dox you in a future video when we did the Tech Tree video, and I did dox you. I told about your oopsie with Pee-wee in one of my Hurts Online playthrough videos. So.
Oops.
How dare you?
I know. Well, now the internet knows.
The internet knows what happens when you get mad and you forget what a clutch is.
Indeed.
Guy is not moving enough carloads to justify his existence.
I have 5 choo-choos, and they're all British choo-choos running in Germany, hauling American cabooses to towns with quotation marks in the names. It's very confusing. Confusing times we live here.
Strange magic this
We have custom diamonds now, remember? Oh god. Pharma on YouTube is pointing out someone in the Railroads Online Discord figured out how to lay out like a 45-degree diamond using the track and the track physics with giant missing bits of track, and I cannot believe that it works.
That's marvelous, and it's a real shame that that's about to be patched out with the spline rewrite.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm glad that it's being patched out because, lordy, but
yeah.
Investors are annoyed with my performance.
Well,
yeah, join the club.
Sounds about right.
Everybody's a critic.
Yeah.
You must have missed the Pee-wee story. Leighton, would you like to explain yourself?
Oh boy.
Okay, so story time. So Pee-wee is this little gas mechanical engine that we have at the Colorado Railroad Museum, and basically it's a glorified tractor. We love Pee-wee.
It's a tractor on rails, yeah.
Yeah, he does everything we need to do and more. But at one point,
that's how I do that.
This was back in 2015, days of old when nights were bold. We needed to move some engines around. We needed to move some stuff around, and I said, "Oh, well, I can run 346." And certain, shall we say, bosses we had at the time, who shall remain nameless.
D is for Disney.
Yeah, we're not gonna dock Chef Boyardee over there. But
you'll know the villain from Pinocchio. Picture that.
Yes.
I love Chef.
Okay, so we're going to call him Chef Boyardee for this context. Chef Boyardee was notorious for gaslighting. In particular, when he had trained you to do something and then suddenly said you couldn't do it.
Oh boy.
Yeah, which is, just a great thing mentally. And I was moving a piece of equipment. I had my foot on the clutch, and he yelled at me, "Get your foot off the clutch." And in that moment, I took my foot off the clutch, and I got mad. And I got wrapped inside my head, and all of a sudden I was off the end of track, and I'd forgotten what the clutch was, which, when you have something that is a manual transmission, is rather important. I put 9 tons in the dirt. I now have a piece of track named after me, and that's what happens when you get mad and you get lost in your head.
See, I didn't know some of those details on the back end, so the story that I told was a little bit meaner than that, although I tried to be, kind about it in the video. Now I feel bad. Sorry.
Yeah, I had, in fact, I had run Pee-wee out, 3 or 4 times before that without supervision, and suddenly Mike said, "Oh, you don't know how to do that," and I got mad and stuck in my head.
That's understandable. Anyway.
So, moral of the story, don't get stuck inside your head when you get mad.
Indeed.
Which I'm sure is something that all of us here can relate to on one level or another.
I feel personally attacked. I am in this image and I don't like it.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my god.
I can't lower the dividend below 0 and I'm mad about that.
Oh, below 0, so they pay you?
Precisely. They own my stock, those bastards. They own me.
Invest harder, you fucks.
Invest harder.
How many years do we have left? 4 out of 15. Okay.
Not enough.
We might actually finish this one, knock on wood.
Not enough for me to remember how to play this game.
I think we can.
We've got 4 years left? No, we've been playing for 4 years out of 15.
4 out of 15.
Yeah.
This
How
is
many
the
cities
kind
does
of...
everybody have?
6.
several.
I'm connected to 3 currently.
9.
Okay. 21.
Mary Ruth is asking, will there be a Twitch stream after this? Perhaps. Depends.
Oh, is this on YouTube?
This is on YouTube, yes. That's why it's like, oh, we're trying to be a little bit not too bad.
I see.
A side note, speaking of YouTube and copyright and things and monetization, I got demonetized in some countries because I played Highway to Hell unplugged in the wrong key on my hollow body electric guitar. The algorithms are good enough to auto-detect that my playing was close enough to the real song, and they demonetized me in some countries because they recognized the melody, and they're like, it's a cover, so we're not going to give you a strike, but, stuff. And I was just like, what?
Damn.
Yeah, that's almost a compliment.
Yeah, I mean, it was a compliment to my playing.
It stings.
It stings,
also...
but, yeah.
It
How long am I going to be live for? For some amount of time. I don't know, however long we hang out for. We now have to make steel for the tool and die weapons and munitions factories.
Can no longer make iron bullets.
We need to steel bullets. And
more efficient.
I hate myself, but I'm doing it. I'm doing the thing. I hate myself.
Fairly, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, he knew. Brett knew. I'm buying a Fairly just because it makes sense for the route that I built. I have a pretty shitty grade, so it's gonna make money. Let's look at how cursed this thing is. God, I hate it. And look at the 2D card that is the boiler inside the cab. That's great. Someone stapled 2 060s butt to butt, and we've got this stupid thing. Have you tried out Railway Empire? Yes, I have, but I didn't like it because it wasn't multiplayer, and, I haven't really given it enough time a day.
Can I get away with this? No, not quite.
Leighton, you have too much traffic going into Schwerin. It's making it inconvenient for me.
Now go away, I shall taunt you a second time.
Oh god.
Go in.
I've got the train running from Leipzig for, which is, as far as I know, means something thing, right? That's what Zig means, or Zuig?
Zoig is thing.
So what's Zig?
I don't actually know.
Bummer.
Because that's Leipzig.
Leipzig. Da.
If it was Liebzoig, it would be love thing.
Love thing.
Who's building off of my railroad?
Me.
Change his name from Gefrikte Lieben.
Why you do this?
Oh, because I had an idea, and then you built the Leipzig.
You're not even anywhere near me.
I'm over there. I'm in Magdeburg.
Over there.
I'm 1 town away.
That's not 1 town away. That's 1 town away. That's very far away, and then there's two towns that you can connect to. Much easier.
Between Magdeburg and Leipzig is Klein-Wittenberg.
Klein-Wittenberg.
Over there.
I can't delete his track. Ellis is just occupying my railroad.
How German of him.
How good German of you, yeah.
I'm getting into the spirit.
That's bad.
Yeah, this track should give Clown an aneurysm, I think. Although the track doesn't really... Oh my god, look at this ramp on the bridge.
Yeah, the British really like to do that.
It's pretty bad. It's pretty spectacularly bad. I've increased my salary by $6,000 to $20,000. I'm right behind freaking whoever else is in the lead. I actually had the most profit that year. Holy scheisse.
7 cities.
Holy scheisse.
Wiener Schnitzel by Eastern. Only now seen that.
Wiener Schnitzel Eastern. Yeah, I was going to be Frank Stapleton, but for whatever reason the menu broke, and every time I pressed A, it was pulling up something else, so I said to hell with it, and then realized I had to reload, and then by that time I was like, well, maybe I shouldn't do that because that'd be just kind of stupid inside joke for just us. But maybe that would have been fun. Oh well.
Could have been Shortmanstein.
Shortmanstein.
Darn it, Heist, you're out there building your own railroad and foiling my plans to connect to it.
Well, you know.
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein?
Frankenstein.
Froderick?
Frederick. Igor.
Well, they were wrong then, weren't they? Probably replace these Fairleys at some point.
They can only go 18 miles an hour, Brett. 18.
Not fast.
18 fucking times!
You feel like you're having a stroke!
That's what we'll call it! A stroke! I have a cover of the Roundhouse song from Sid Meier's Railroads, so I assume I've played it. Yes, it's not the Roundhouse song from Sid Meier's Railroads. It is Chattanooga Choo Choo by Glenn Miller. It's a staple of jazz from...
And his orchestra.
And his orchestra, you're right.
His orchestra.
Staple of jazz from the 20s, I think? I don't know.
40, late 30s, early 40s.
It's not later than 20s. It's not late 30s because it was old enough to be copyright free. So it has to be
early 30s.
It must be early 30s.
Glenn Miller died in like 1943.
God, that's right.
Yeah, he died in that USO plane crash.
Pardon me, boy. Is that the Chattanooga Choo Choo? No.
I'm gonna be honest, that sucks. He died before... He never got to see the end of World War II. He never even got to see D-Day. You know?
Yeah,
bummer.
It does suck.
It'd be like... Oh, man.
Don't carry on with that comparison, please.
Pharma, I'm giving you a better snapshot of the angle. Pharma said his protractor he laid on the screen said that the ramp on the bridge that I built over is 25 degrees. So.
Also, laying the protractor on the screen is serious pro engineer.
Well,
strats.
he might be. I'm sure he's pulling it out and doing a shenanigans somehow to make that happen. Oh, I've got a very German train. 5 cars of alcohol, $28,000 a piece.
It needs to be 5 cars of alcohol and 5 more cars of bullets. Then it's a very German train.
Well, you know.
Oh, but I couldn't make the comparison I wanted to make.
Because the comparison you were going to make it makes it depressing.
I mean, I was going to go with something about walking out of a movie after a very sad part of it, like the midpoint something, but I couldn't come up with a movie reference in time.
It's like leaving up after the first 8 minutes.
It's a 46.6% grade.
I thought you were gonna make the he died. He didn't even live to see D-Day. That'd be like dying before the end of a war. That'd be like dying and then you kind of trailed off.
Oh, so someone Dallin9 says in chat, yeah, his songs would still be copyrighted if he didn't die in 43. So. Glenn Miller, I love your music, but thank you for dying. Not real. No, I wouldn't say that. I can't even say that as a joke.
You already did.
I did. It's an audio clip of me being like, I don't know. He's one of my favorite jazz musicians overall. So, it's good people.
I feel like the Germans had a greater impact on his death. All things considered, I assume it was the Germans that shot him down.
Well, you know.
Was he in the war?
He might have had a commission, but he was with the orchestra, like entertaining the troops kind of stuff.
Oh, I assumed he died in a hotel room or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I didn't think his death had anything to do with
he was in combat. Hey Siri.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
How did Glenn Miller die?
We're gonna get doxxed by Apple.
Okay, he died in an aviation accident. Thank you.
In an aviation accident. Okay. He was another one of the people where it's like, oh yeah, no, don't get on a small plane if you play music.
Yeah, it's bad time.
No helicopters, no small planes.
No.
That is the rule.
No helicopters or if you play basketball.
Oh yeah.
Also that.
Yikes.
Okay, so fun story. The plane that killed Buddy Holly, and the Big Bopper, it was Waylon Jennings
and Richie Valens.
And Richie Valens, yes. Waylon Jennings was also touring with them. And basically it was a choice of, do you want to take the plane and get there a few hours early and be able to rest and do laundry? Or do you want to take the bus and get there later? And the last words that Waylon Jennings and Buddy Holly said to each other, Waylon Jennings said, "I hope your plane crashes," and Buddy Holly said, "I hope your bus crashes."
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a little spicy.
Ugh. Hey Siri, how did Waylon Jennings die?
Not in a bus crash, I'll tell you that
It
much.
wasn't in a bus crash.
Not in that
was in a-
bus crash, at
It
least.
was in a bus crash much later. The ghost of
Oh my
Richie
God, I can't
Valens.
do this.
Ba-da-la-la-la, bus crash.
Jesus Christ.
To dance the bus crash?
Yeah, sure, why not? Is that what that means? Ba-da-la-la-la bamba means to dance the bamba or
To
whatever?
dance the bamba, yeah.
Ah,
Para,
Well, you know.
para, which is kind of 4 or 2, depending on the situation. And then la bamba, the bomb. And bailar is dance.
ba-da-la-la bamba.
Also, La Bamba, the eclair that killed home that they tried to use to kill Homer Simpson. Great episode of Binging with Babish.
Yeah, we need to make those at some point.
Oh, I'd be down for that. I did use this recipe for spinach puffs the other night.
The spinach puffs were good.
My spinach puffs.
We didn't have enough people to really do your spinach puffs justice. There were just the 3 of us and Bev.
Yeah, and I forgot to egg wash them
Yeah.
before I put them in the oven. Oh well, I still have plenty of puff pastry, so.
My spinach puffs. This is oddly the second time that you've been featured in one of Mark's videos, and the second time that puff pastry has been mentioned.
It just happens.
Mark, when else has puff pastry been mentioned in your videos?
You mentioned it when we were talking about decrystallization.
Oh yeah.
You did, yeah.
Which, an apt metaphor.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was good, but yeah. Kronk, best Disney character. That is a good opinion. I could see that. I don't know if I love Kronk. I don't know. Well,
Okay, as far as
Oh.
secondary characters go, of like modern Disney, I could die on that hill.
yeah, I
But
could
what about Doug?
do that. Well, Doug's
Ooh.
good. Doug is good. Doug is a very good boy. Literally
there.
a very good boy.
Hi, Master.
The shareholders give you 1 year to improve before they start looking for a new chairman.
Oh boy.
Sounds
That's
like you're doing well.
Full voting. That's full
Yeah.
voting. We're
know,
still in the lead. We are currently the only ones in debt, and we're more than $1 million in debt, but we're in the lead.
Thanks!
You're just praying for the game to end before you get ousted as chairman.
Yeah.
7 years to go on that one.
Yeah, well,
I was gonna say, I don't think that's gonna happen.
better improve that performance.
Well, I mean,
Hey,
we
I
are
want to see if I can do
close to
something.
profitable.
Come on.
I've
Do a
got some
delivery.
trains that are making money and some that aren't. So, you know, and one caboose hop somehow.
This would... I can't do this. I'm currently looking at something which is reasonably shenaniganous, which is apparently I can double track your line.
You can double track my
So-
railroad?
Yeah, hold on, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna do it. Oh, yeah, I did.
You did.
I just
Thank
did
you.
it.
Thank you
You're
for
welcome.
double tracking my railroad. I wonder how the trackage rates work out on that.
No, Bugs Bunny communist meme. Our railroad.
Yeah, I just spent all of my capital on a double track section of a railroad that we share.
That you hostilely have thrown your trains upon, you mean?
I said that we share. Comrade.
You foisted
Come
your
on.
trains upon
Comrade, this railroad is our railroad.
our railroad.
Ah.
People's railroad.
This is
Yeah,
the
not
people's
pictured
railroads.
is the people of your railroad pulling my engines away with tractors.
Well,
Ugh.
not to get to current events, but
Ugh.
Kronk as a character turns 22 this year. Do you feel old now?
Shut up.
No, I didn't feel old when you said that. I felt old when I was leaning down to rip up my basement floor earlier and everything hurt. That was when I felt old.
Oh god.
Ripping up your basement floor.
Yes.
Oh dear.
See, that's
Because-
why I hired someone.
Oh, you hired some. Well, look at you. You said we were suffering together, and you weren't
Well,
ripping
here's
up your
the
own
thing.
floor.
Here's the thing. There are orders of magnitude here. Because my 3-month fiasco started with the sewer line backing up.
Oh, that's worse. That's already worse.
Yeah.
Mark is dealing with Seattle. Ellis is dealing with the house is flooding with feces.
Yeah.
Ellis is dealing with the SD40 from the video that I had the other day.
Oh,
Also, I must say briefly, but I will be back.
why did you tell that story on the internet? These people could have lived long, happy lives without having heard about the SD40 nose.
The SD40 full of shit. Yeah. I could have lived my whole life without the SD40 full of shit, but guess what? I had to deal with it, so.
Oh, man. I'm sitting on top of a troop depot. I just looked on the map at the troops thing, and
Do they
there's
all
two
point at
massive
Poland?
arrows.
Do they all point at Poland?
Not yet. It's a little early for that. It's
I guess
only
it's 1880.
Poland.
Who were the Germans fighting in 1880?
Everyone. I believe
Fair.
I believe these were the days of Bismarck. Yeah.
I don't
Hey Siri.
know. God damn it! Here we go. There's a hat
Siri,
trick.
you deaf.
How are you still in the lead?
He spent every cent on it.
Your profit and cash is so negative, but it still says you're in the lead.
Yeah, because the win condition isn't money.
Yeah.
How do you have more stuff connected than I do? I have so many cities connected.
How many cities do you have?
It's
Go into
gotta-
your book.
Oh, does
and then
it
click
say?
the medal. Yeah, go into your book and click the medal. It'll tell you.
7.
14.
Got 21.
Oh.
You have 21?
That is the mark to beat, gentlemen, because I am so far in debt, I'm going to get ousted from... Actually, in another month, I'm going to get ousted from my own company. So,
Oh my lord.
good luck. 21's the number to beat.
I guess the real meme is just to use the small stations everywhere and not worry about what
1862
you're
and
doing.
1890. Oh yeah, we are squarely in the middle of Bismarck's reign.
Hello, gentlemen. I'm back.
Well,
Layton, how many
Cool.
cities do you have?
1 second.
Also, hi, welcome back.
I
get the
connected
important
12.
stuff out of the way.
Okay. Excuse me.
Alright, I
When
really
does
wish
the scenario end? Are we close to the end?
I think we're
8 years.
slightly beyond halfway.
Yep.
Yeah, 6 years left. We've been playing for 9.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
Not stretching that one at all.
Well, you know, I call it subtle.
Yeah. Okay, so the coal fields are over there.
Well, we're not even close to profitable anymore.
You're never gonna financially recover from this?
For a while, it looked like I might. This is, oof.
Someone asked, what
So
is this
credit rating.
SD40? And, you know, we don't need to go into the story again. It was in my first or second Derail Valley video. Yeah, I had a SD40 where the pipe off the bottom of the toilet broke, and the nose of the
God.
locomotive filled with shit. Literally.
That's
So-
so bad.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, yeah, it was a bad time.
At least railroaders eat healthy and have good hygiene habits.
Sure.
Yeah, the detail that I can say on live stream that I didn't say in the video was that the folks from Aftermath that came to clean it up noted there was something that looked like a giant loaf of bread in the pile, and then they picked it up and realized it was squishy and realized it was not a giant loaf of bread. It was like a 6-inch diameter turd.
Oh god.
Just like, who has a butthole that is capable of that?
Kim Kardashian?
I didn't ask for this. We're gonna get canceled. You are getting me canceled.
You did ask this. You asked who
I
has
did.
a
I did ask, but
You like threw it slow ball right over the plate. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Not the worst joke I could have made, by the way.
subtle as a bull in a china shop, indeed.
Well, you know.
It's fine.
Industry question, sort of.
Yes.
Okay.
You don't necessarily have to grab stuff in your catchment area, right? The carloads that are moving on the map, they can move to you, right?
They will, like, kind of glom towards you, if that makes sense.
Gotcha. Okay, that's kind of what I figured.
I've been given another year.
Oh, wow.
He's been given another year.
They're feeling generous. Oh, the
Yeah,
credit
you gotta-
rating is dipped to D, though, so that's great.
You get a new lease on life.
Oh.
We're all...
Oh, man. My end of track is, like, right up against a building. Son of a gun.
Ooh.
Alright, well, need to delete some track without causing problems. I think with the latency that multiplayer brings in, deleting track is by far the hardest thing to do.
Really,
This-
anything with track is not easy.
This chunk of railroad is gonna be a sad day. It's just gonna be sad.
Also, I have a brewery in Munich, and it's not doing well, and I'm a bit concerned. Like,
Isn't-
seriously.
It's pretty inaccurate.
Can I declare bankruptcy?
I declare bankruptcy!
Cash.
You can't just say it and expect it to work.
But I
I
declare...
mean, I can declare
declared it.
bankruptcy. I have declared bankruptcy. Now I'm only $1 million in debt. Can I declare bankruptcy again? Down.
He's going for the special play, the double bankruptcy.
Double secret bankruptcy.
Biting tongue.
What are you taking in over here? Oh, it's a brewery. Oh, I have the brewery in my catchment area. That's cool.
I'm not gonna have the money to build across this bridge, but they keep letting me issue bonds with a credit rating of AAA somehow, so we're just gonna run with that as long as we can.
Yeah,
There.
What about my performance in this game?
Buying another Fairly, much to my own chagrin.
So yeah, I guess, you know what, you can go over there. We'll see how this does.
Oops, I said it as a Duke instead of a Fairly. Because I had to rebuy it. Oh well. Uh-oh. We're gonna go attack the French!
Oh boy!
It's happening! This is a spicy line. It is a little spicy. It's got this pile of groundworks for reasons. But the caboose hop's gonna run over it at Mach 1, I think. Yeah, there you go.
You know, that's true. This may be the only Tycoon game that I've played where it doesn't feel like the trains are moving at the speed of cold molasses.
Yeah, that was my biggest complaint with Railroad, or one of my biggest complaints with Railroad Tycoon 2 when I've tried replaying it post being 12. It just feels like it moves so slow.
Rudolghausen just borrowed $2 million in debt. How you doing over there?
I'm trying something.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Tell me
Some
it's
Some of my
taking
trains
those
are
$2
making
million.
money. Some of them are
'Cause I
not.
don't actually have anything else to do. Oh, hang on, no, we need this.
Taking the $2 million and retiring in the Maldives. Open up all its borders to German railroad companies. Well, at least 20 loads to Austria each year. The German economy will
Ja,
benefit.
Wiener Schnitzel
You'll be-
Eastern is the lead!
Damn it!
Oh my god.
Yeah! It's working! And they cut
God,
my
what is going
salary.
on down there?
Those pieces of poop. How dare they?
What's your salary now?
That line is 27,000.
That's still way more than me. Maybe my investors didn't like the fact that I was rebuilding other people's railroads.
Guess not. Connecting stuff that's already connected. And I've just got all the bonds in the world is really the problem here. What's your debt? $5 million. It's fine. Uh-oh. Oh, a takeover has been initiated.
Oh my god!
So what I did was I forfeited Strudelgehausen, started another company, built 2 stations, and now I'm attempting to take over Strudelgehausen again.
Sure,
and if this
why not?
works, I'm gonna carry on this path, so I can keep start-up company, build a few stations, recombine, keep moving.
Well, I mean, I
have to
voted
vote
yes
yes for it to-
just for the memes, even though it may mean that I may lose. But
Oh wait, you guys are voting?
Yes.
yeah.
What the hell?
I didn't. I was contemplating my vote, and the thing like the window disappeared. So
Why do you guys get to vote?
probably
Cause
so that players can't do cheesy plays like that one.
Well, you know, it's the stock market, so bleh.
I mean, I'm not complaining. That's actually pretty great, but there's the.
Autofon connected Mark takes over $1. You're having too much fun there, friends.
What is going on?
So Leighton bought my small company,
Yes. Oh, no.
which has a controlling stake in my large company.
Uh-oh.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So now Leighton's about to have a lot of stations. I have no more game status
Oh
or
no.
budget.
I think you're out of the game.
I've been ousted. How do I step down?
Wait, can
I
I?
don't control a company right now. Would you like to start one? Sure.
Try it again.
Just go and build in Austria. Just go straight to Austria.
Go into build in Russia. Wait, no. Shiza. I'm not even. You know what? I'm out. Peace.
Aww.
So wait, who owns Strudelgehausen?
The stockholders.
Is it played by an AI now?
Well, apparently a third of them are me.
Okay, what are the other 2/3? Because I'll tell you right now, if anybody can buy Strudelgehausen outright, you win the game.
Seriously.
I don't know that there are that many stations left on the map. Now that I'm booted from it, if you can buy Strudelgehausen somehow, that's that.
Let's look at the stock here.
No company chairman right now. Bye.
Merger's been proposed. Sure.
No.
Wait, why do I get to vote on this?
Yes!
No!
2,000!
No!
No!
This is BS.
Leighton, how many stations do you have? Leighton, how many towns?
Apparently I've connected 37.
I'm
No!
tied with you. I am tied with you with 37.
Uh-oh.
You don't get
Now
to.
it's a
Oh,
fight.
sorry, no. It said that I connected 37, but no, I've only connected 22. So no, yeah,
Wait,
you're
wait, how many
you're
am
winning
I?
So,
this.
I was gonna say, it sounds like another merger is in order here.
Yeah. Hold on. Connected 8. Well,
That gets you closer.
that gets you. I mean, if you want to take me over, I don't know how that'll.
I don't even know how this works.
I guess I can sell shares of my own company, and you can buy them. I don't know.
Leighton, meanwhile, furiously buying shares in Ellis's company.
No.
No, I'm trying to pay off your obscenely priced debt. Jesus.
Ha! Ha!
He'll go bankrupt now.
14%? What is this, 1975 Carter administration?
Chaos reigns!
Leighton's gonna go bankrupt now. I don't know how to
Leighton,
buy.
it was just kind of a thing to, like, treat money like it was just paper. It's sort of a Prussian-German Empire thing, you know?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's Inflation.
It is in character!
It was a Weimar thing.
Yeah.
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 Bismarck did some great things for the German economy. Also did some not so great things for the German economy.
We don't talk about that.
Well,
Well, the dairy processor is finally making money. Also, I have a brewery and I have a dairy processor making cheese in Munich, and I'm not absurdly profitable. I call bullshit on the economics of this game.
You're meeting the German stereotypes.
how do you have that much in profits after taking over $2 million in debt?
I don't know, man. Iron, take
Vote
over.
yes.
I'm gonna vote no.
You're outruled.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
I
Wow.
voted yes. Is Leighton's vote just that powerful?
I guess. But he does have more
I'm
money.
the Iron Horseman, so I don't know why that mattered.
This is some BS. Okay, I
Bring
don't
out the
support
hanging
this.
chads.
Why are we hanging chads?
Because Chad's a dick? I don't know.
Alright, hold on. Primary. And I guess I can do this. I'm gonna have to pay these back until after the game ends, so yeah, why wouldn't I issue bonds?
Well, that sounds smart.
Smart.
That's a someone else's problem.
This is someone else's problem.
At U.S. Congress.
Yeah.
Oof. Way too real, bro.
I thought we
Yes.
weren't doing current events.
That's not current. That's been current events
That's-
since 1930.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say
it's
that is just the American economy.
That's events. It's always events.
That's just events. That's just how Congress works. Clearly, you do not understand insurance. You see, it works by you pay us, the insurers, large sums of money. Yes.
Okay.
No, that's it. That is how insurance works.
Okay, you want to hear like a crazy insurance thing?
Oh God.
I went on a higher dosage of this particular medication for reasons, and my copay for my monthly prescription went from like $25 to $2 because I got more of a medication.
Huh.
That's
That's interesting.
interesting.
Insurance. It makes sense.
Yeah. That's the tagline for insurance. Can I? Yeah, okay, I can hit that from over here.
Otto von Connected Market the lead.
Yeah.
It says, but my company stands above the rest with 37 cities is the thing. That's why the newspaper's borked.
Well, the other thing is it could be the desync is starting to set in.
Could be.
Oops, that's not how that works. I am slowly remembering how to play this game and also.
You want to know the fun thing?
Sure.
As an individual, I have more purchasing power than both Leighton and Mark. So saith the ledger.
That's funny.
Alright then.
I also have the most cash on hand of anyone. So, I guess legit business strategy?
You're not in a company, so you know.
Well, yeah.
Legit business strategy. Go bankrupt. A bunch.
Well,
Again,
that
biting
worked.
tongue.
That worked for number 46, didn't it?
Yep.
45.
That was
45.
the joke.
45. Sorry.
45. Sorry.
Number 45.
46 just, I mean, also relevant in this game, just likes trains.
Trains. We do like trains here.
People
Can
like
confirm.
trains.
46 on good days can tie his shoes.
You can also get in fights with Corn Pop.
He's a mean dude.
All the cool kids have the Velcros anyway.
330 million people, and this is the best we can do.
I'm liking this not being part of a company. I'm just riding one of I think Leighton's trains right now, looking at the model of the Fairley, all 6 polys of it.
Yeah.
This is an
Pretty
Iron
good.
Duke. Ooh, this one's higher poly. Lovely bluish purple pixelated trim. Which one is the grapes? Or it's an arrowhead.
Way
Which
out.
one's who's the arrow? Mark is the hero.
I'm the grapes.
Okay.
Bad things are apparently happening in my stock market. Is the messages that I'm getting.
Yeah, I'm trying to sell off shit, but apparently it's not working.
Distinctly
Chat's giving
not
advice for what's coming with the stock market.
Oh. They can see the future.
Why am I not logged into chat? Actually, I should be following that. I could actually be doing something useful.
You could be. There's a lot of questions that we've been
I'm
skipping over.
I'm heading over. Hang on. We'll do a quick fire round with questions here if I can find some. Yes, yes, yes. Ads, ads, ads.
No, I'm thinking about
Paul,
it.
do we restart with Brett? Yes.
You can't really weave tracks through places like you
Okay,
can.
blah blah blah. Jolly Farm says you could also try to take towns by delivery and /PU more than the other company. Bought stock on margin, that might have something to do with it, from James Patterson. Is that?
That's
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
That's Dusty's friend from the cog.
I was gonna say.
Dusty's friend Jimmy
I
that
feel
works
like
for
I
the
know that
cog.
name, but I didn't want to dox him. Okay, I also didn't want. Hi, Jimmy. Trains is the background noise. What are some of these other questions?
Oops, wrong button.
Auto bug connected.
We
Another
already talked
bringing-
about locomotion, yeah? Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
we need to play Locomotion.
That seems to be the consensus both within and without.
So come on, and do the locomotion with me.
So I have actually seen the original Locomotive Locomotion. Fucking weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Yeah, no. Gonna say in like 1820 whatever, they did not know what a steam engine was.
Josiah
Nobody was
Walker
figuring
says,
it out.
dude, Mark's doing big brain things.
I am doing big brain things right now. I don't know what you're on
This is
about.
big brain. I'm watching the stream. This is big brain time right here. Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. You have to be first to connect.
Is that what it is?
No.
No,
have to have
you
a
just have to
connection.
connect.
Doesn't matter if you're
Yeah.
first.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So things are going
we
fine.
We played it before with first to connect, didn't we, Leighton?
It depends how the rules are set up, but if you're just going for a connection, as long as you hover over your station and it says connected, you're connected. That's all it cares about.
Oh.
Oh,
That is not how I thought the rule set for this map
Yeah.
worked.
oh, you son of a gun!
Oh,
I
now
see
he
what you're doing.
he sees all my spurs.
No,
You
no,
connected
now
to
it's
my
happening.
railroad first, butthole.
You know what? You're right. I was doing it for good reasons, though.
I'm doing it to win because the protagonist
true.
here
I mean,
on this live stream.
I did vote yes on you taking over my company, so I shouldn't be upset about you doing
Mark,
this to try
how
to win
many
anyway.
cities do you have connected so far?
Several,
I have
few.
39.
Holy crap.
Just
Ka-ching.
stay the course. Stay the course.
Hold fast.
I like this.
Speaking of hold fast,
Valentine says winning is a good reason.
Winning is a
Yeah,
good
you know what? That is a good reason.
That's pharma.
That's insurance.
That's just how Mafia works.
Yeah.
we are farmers.
Bumping them.
Thank you.
I built a big enough railroad to actually make some money this time, and now we are just shit posting the rest of the way to the victory.
How much time is left in the game?
1 year.
Okay,
Oh,
I can't
crap.
see the ledger. Oh, really? Oh, I'm liking this. This is...
Okay,
My
I'm up to
credit
40.
rating is not yet in the shit post yet. I'm gonna leave it as suspense. I'm not gonna say how many I've connected yet.
Show stream.
Stream snipe him. Leighton, find out how many he has.
The thing is, if I like log or try to go over to my other screen, Railroad Tycoon 3 might crash.
Will probably crash. So you can't
on
know.
your-
You'll
Put it
never
on your
know.
phone.
You'll never know.
No, right now.
Jimmy says, going for the Jeremy Clarkson winning face, are we? Yes.
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 Sometimes,
Oh, my lord.
Mark,
Sometimes my genius surprises even me. Whatever it is. Yeah.
it's there are a bunch of them.
Sometimes my genius is truly frightening.
Sometimes my genius is truly frightening. I
Oh,
can't do a
man,
good
the
Jeremy
original
Clarkson,
Bob
unfortunately.
Power. That was a little Australian.
Power!
Yeah.
That's yelling, so that's easy to do.
Okay,
You know what?
I'm trying
Stupid.
to connect into this bullshit, but it doesn't freaking work.
Stupid.
Stupid. So stupid. I think I'm connected into everything there.
Alpha Mark 6 just posted that's my profile pic, and their profile pic is in fact the
Sure,
smart Jeremy
the
Clarkson face.
You're a beautiful human. That was
Yes.
great. Yes, your profile
is-
pic. That is what we were doing here.
Sometimes my
goes all my
genius,
money.
it generates gravity. Oh, it's good.
What? 45 fucking cities, you bastard?
I don't know what you're on about.
Yeah, I know
Oh my
what you're
lord.
chicken fucker.
Chicken
Whoa!
fucker.
Yeah, that's
That's a little that's getting a little picante there, bud.
Whoops.
Leighton's getting a little butt hurt for my my tactics. But he is the one that continues to buy industries in this train tycoon.
He's
This
also
isn't-
the one
this
that-
isn't-
His entire victory is owed to buying me.
Yes! Hostile
Place it up.
takeovers are welcome in this capitalist system, bruh.
It's just how Mafia works. Grew up playing Otha Gibson, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. I grew up playing this when you had to download it from the CD. As we mentioned a couple times, Ellis is playing from the CD tonight because he still has that in his desk apparently. Killin Time says hashtag winning, hashtag legitimate. Yup. Hypernova Mark 6. My friends have actually been buying me a hammer collection. I think that's to do with percussive maintenance, and what else under here is electric, not the exhaust manifold. Ooh.
Who are?
Killin Time just gave Leighton a piece of advice that's gonna win the game,
uh-oh.
and I'm not sure I want to say it.
Do
Whose side are you on?
Oh, that's a meme.
That's
Pharma's.
an equally memey way to beat your meme.
I would kind of accept that. I think if he could pull it off. But
Leighton, do you know how Mark has been building so many stations?
Your number of branch lines?
Yeah. If you cut them with a bulldozer where they connect to yours, you can...
disconnects
You can
me. He can
invalidate
leave.
his
He can
connection.
leave me as islands, but the amount of time you'll have to spend to delete all of these bits that I've added. If you thought I had
Mary Ruth,
45
what did I
before,
miss? Well, if you're just joining us now, the playback of this game has been I expanded very rapidly and took a pretty decent lead. Went so far in the turlet financially that Leighton staged a hostile takeover of my company and bought it outright. Now, Leighton was in the lead. Mark then discovered what he's currently doing, which is kind of a smug tactic of getting in the lead, and currently it's a race against Leighton and Mark with, I think, just a couple months left in the scenario.
Alright, fine, I'll leave it connected. I was disconnecting one of the stations and then I went, no, you know what? I do want Mark to win.
good man, good man, good
I
man.
should want Leighton to win because his network is my network, but
Yeah.
I am the Stuhlgassen.
I also don't like you because you took over me, you bastard.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you
I
like
don't
him
think
because
that's
he's...
too picante, is it?
I think it's fine.
Shinred says
My
I've got the
credit
CD
reading
version
is
as well.
still not bad, so we're still going. We've got 10 million in debt, but it's all been used to build small stations.
Mary Ruth says thanks for the recap, no problem.
Okay.
Yeah, right
Gruna
now.
Bear. The scenario finally ends. Hey!
He's connected, you bastard!
50, what a nice even number, too.
Somehow.
Well, that's fitting.
I forgot that.
We'll just leave that as the.
Although Mark, Josiah Walker does have a qualification for your victory, saying a true Chad would win using only fairlies.
Well, you know, some people can be wrong.
Or Wells.
Some people use fairlies, and other people win the game.
I need to go use the restroom. Do we want to continue this, or are we thinking we're done, or what?
I mean, I can keep going.
I can keep going for a bit.
Okay.
Ellis, it's midnight your time.
It is, but I could do to get a little bit more footage, considering we started a little late.
Leighton, why don't you find a new scenario for us to play and set it up, and I'll join in a minute.
Okay, cool. I guess I'm hosting.
Entertain the chat with things.
Regale the chat with embarrassing stories about Mark that he would never tell on his channel. Got it.
That's about right.
I guess we can just kind of hang out with chat. The chat, after all, they're here for Mark and they know Mark, but they don't know us very well. So, hi everybody.
Hi.
Everybody.
Ellis at least has an internet presence, so there's some people that probably know him.
Yeah.
Leighton and I are just the dorks that like trains.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I may be known for a production or two, but you know, if both of my viewers manage to make it into the stream chat here, that would be fairly entertaining.
Chat wants us to tell a story about Mark. What is a story about Mark that we could tell that is humorous but is not gonna make him upset or sad?
I don't have any of these. I met him today.
I'm trying to think, Leighton. There was Mark's graduation train. There weren't a lot of fun stories with that, though. That was just a good time.
I was during my exile.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. That was during your exile. I'm sure Mark has talked extensively about our time on the Converse and Toltec. That was a really cool adventure.
Fun.
I don't know if Mark's talked any about the 493 trip. That was kind of fun. Killing Time says, tell Mark he needs to drop into the group chat for like 5 minutes when he gets back. Okay, we'll tell him.
I mean, I can talk about my experiences in Como building a turntable.
Oh, Como.
That might be a tough one because that might be a little bit throwing people under the bus flavored.
No, I don't know. I can tell like a G-rated version of it.
I mean, okay.
Like, us being mean to Como? Never.
Well, okay, fair, valid.
So I should preface as saying that the vast majority of the people involved with Como are just delightful, very much normal, well-adjusted people who want to rebuild a railroad. And I have to say, I believe in what they're doing. I want them to do what they're doing, and just in a different, safer way.
They're doing the Lord's work up there. That roundhouse was truly depressing to drive by, with the roof kind of caving in and nothing going on.
Yeah.
And seeing, you know, there is no sarcasm in that. Seeing all this track and the equipment there and seeing people actually caring about the place is genuinely round of applause for them.
Yeah, no. So I remember when I was on a family vacation when I was, I think, 8. We flew into Denver and we were driving down to Gunnison, and we were driving through South Park, and first off, I think it was like
I've returned.
And there was snow on the ground. And I was like super mad at my dad, 8-year-old mad, being like mad of like, Dad, I want to go play in the snow. And then I saw this roundhouse off on the hill, and Dad would not stop for it, and I was super mad. And then like 15 years later, I end up rebuilding the turntable there. So small world after all. So
Carnuts asks, do you have any geared locomotive experience? I personally do not. Ellis, I know you don't. I don't think anybody here does.
I've ridden Nishay many times.
Yeah, no, I've never really worked on them myself, but
no.
I don't think I've even seen one running.
Really?
Yeah,
Didn't you do Bourbon and Greenbrier though last year?
No.
All right. So, getting
What
back to the game, how do we feel about going a bit more modern, like 1950?
I would
I'm
keep
not
game
like
for
an
a
expert.
1930. I don't know if I would want to go all the way 1950, but
Okay.
We could do some early diesels. That might be fun. Leighton, you're hosting.
I guess so.
God, which one are you? You're that one, I think.
On that one, yeah. I can do Mississippi Valley 1910. Will very quickly be in the USRA world.
Let's not do that one, because that one I know you're gonna do unfortunate things to our butts.
What you're talking about.
Again, he already said it on expert. I'm in the lobby already.
Okay, I will go with hard. How about Tex-Mex 1950?
That you're gonna do even worse things to our butts.
Oh, okay.
That's just the food.
problem with multiplayer is that we're pretty limited on what we can actually do.
Are there any that we haven't played? Like, is China or something stupid like that an option?
I mean, China kind of. I mean, as far as gameplay goes, it's
Okay, so that's not the
not the
move.
greatest. The mission objective.
Give me a sec. I'm gonna have to relaunch the game. Mark, chat wanted some fun stories about you being dumb, and we decided against telling any, mainly because we couldn't think of any that wouldn't be, mean. any that you would be genuinely upset about us telling. It's oh, what are some fun Mark stories? And most of them are, all the ones that come to mind are fun and triumphant. I can't think of any offhand that are oh, that was stupid. This thing that we did.
I think the I can dox myself with one. The Jesus Christ saddle.
What?
Which you may not have been there for that. Brett probably was. I don't think Leighton was. We were rebuilding the 491's spring rigging.
Oh.
Yes. That was just after I left.
Yeah. So we were rebuilding the
the story
491 spring rigging, and I was running the mill by myself. It was I put so much time into that. And I was finally really on my own, and I basically, like I said, I knew enough to be dangerous. I wasn't like a journeyman person operating a mill or being a machinist, but I was a far along apprentice, as it were. I'd probably put a good 500 plus hours into the spring rigging, but anyway,
yeah.
Boring holes forever. But we had a new saddle for one of these springs, so one of the leaf springs sits on it, from the Durango and Silverton that it was just cast. It needed to be machined.
Oh, the pedestal?
I thought it was called a saddle. It's the thing that goes from the box to where the driving spring actually sits. I don't think it was a pedestal.
I've always called that a pedestal. I believe saddle.
Yeah, we always called it. I swear it was a saddle. But
you said saddle, and my mind went hanger strap. But
no.
Either way.
Either way,
component of the spring rigging.
The thing that the driver leaf springs rock on, basically. There's the driver spring. There's a pin, and then the driver spring sits on the pin. The pit sits on the saddle, which then goes down to the driving box around the frame. So I was machining it, and it was the last piece of the whole darn thing. I've never had any problems, no issues rebuilding the spring rigging, and our boss that we've tangentially referred to previously, not to dox it any further, but he was Chef Boyardee. Yeah, he had been pushing for deadlines to be met, and why aren't you done? Why aren't you done? Why aren't you done? Kind of thing. And he finally comes over and he's like, "Are you almost done with this thing?" And I was taking the last cut, and I had just finished the last cut, and I was like, "Yep, I'm done with it." And so I went to grab the fast travel lever on the mill to pull the cutter all the way out, but I didn't set the reverse because I was flooded emotionally with him being a dick, basically. And then I proceeded to ram the mill head into the part very quickly, and you hit the oh poop switch real fast, because it threw the saddle across the shop. Install 3.
Whoops.
Yeah. See previous conversation about certain people making you mad and getting stuck in your head.
Yeah. So he yelled Jesus Christ, and it became the Jesus Christ saddle. We were able to use it. It wasn't damaged. I cratered the boring bar that I was using. It got destroyed. And I offered
I was
to buy.
picturing you doing this with an end mill.
No, not with an
boring
end mill.
bar-
It was with a
A
boring
boring
bar.
bar is a little bit safer.
A little bit safer. Yeah, it wasn't an end mill, thankfully. But
That would be yikes.
yeah, I offered to buy Mike a new boring bar, and he said, "Don't worry about it. They're expensive." And now I've realized that it was probably Fred's boring bar. Oh well.
Oh,
Oh.
never mind.
Swoveland. Yeah, we don't need to get
Yeah.
into further details on that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Okay, so getting back to the game.
Yes,
Right.
Southeast. What are our options, Leighton? Just
Well,
read us
Southeast-
down the list.
Yeah, East Coast USA. Okay, so Chicago to New York, we did that. It crashed. Let's do something else. Coast to coast, we can go up to 1910 on that one. East Coast USA, we can go up to 1875. East of Mississippi, we can go basically 1980 onwards. Eastern China, that one's weird. We can do France if we want to be French.
Oh.
Oh, cartridges.
now go where she'll tell you. Tell you a second time.
Russia up to 1863. Southeast USA that goes up to 1845. Honestly, I'm down for whatever. So, if we want to do early diesel era, we can do Tex-Mex. Elsewise, maybe Southeast USA.
I'd be good with either of those. Coast to coast might be kind of fun.
Yeah, let's do coast to coast.
Sure.
Do coast to coast.
Make it as modern as possible.
Yeah, used to 1910, so we'll end in 1930.
I think so. Yeah. So, okay. Would Teddy Bonesvelt mind clicking?
I don't know why I was unreadied.
Okay.
It unreadied
There we
all
go.
of us when he reset the scenario.
Oh, does it? That makes sense.
I don't know why. It wasn't doing that in the
What
other
is this
lobbies.
backhead in this loading screen?
It's pretty bad, isn't it?
It was pretty bad. The Great Race. A challenge has been issued.
Oh,
This is New York to Memphis again.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Leighton.
this isn't coast to coast.
Oh gosh darn it!
Leighton.
I picked the wrong one. Okay, do we want to go with this, or do we want to go back to coast?
Let's go to coast to coast. We already did this one effectively.
Okay, I'm sorry, Land.
No, you're
No,
fine.
Now
Post
go
it.
where she'll taunt you a second time.
Keep hitting the wrong button. Let me out. Let me
Where
out.
is it? Coast to coast. Coast to coast, 1910. We got a heist.
Hello.
We got Teddy Bonesvelt.
What's up?
Anyone here play Railroad Tycoon 1? I don't know if anyone is old enough to have played that.
Does that game even still work on any currently functioning computer?
I don't
I'll
think
get the disc
I don't
right
think
here.
that came
Just
on
kidding.
disc. I
I'm
was gonna
kidding,
say I
I'm kidding.
figured Railroad Tycoon 1 came on floppy. or
Floppy,
something.
yeah.
Bad news,
like-
guys. Bad news, guys. I don't have that map.
Damn.
You don't have Coast to Coast?
No, I think it was an expansion.
Okay.
Oh, you're right,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I guess we're doing
Sorry,
Tex-Mex.
Mr. Disc Boy.
All right, fine. We'll do Tex-Mex.
Tex-Mex.
If I had known, I probably would have downloaded it already.
Disc boy. Yeah, we need to figure out how to do more maps for this because we've played through I think all of them except France and China, and honestly, who wants to play France and China?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I think the
Oh
card
god, this backhead.
That backhead
no,
is
you
so
get to see it.
bad.
I like the distillery coil.
Well, we're distilling whiskey here on the backhead. The winner here in Texas is one whose most personal net worth within 20 years. You may not start multiple companies. You may not issue bonds? What?
Nope. Where's
Yeah.
that green one?
This one's extra hard.
No bonds. Yeah, we gotta build real railroads. What if I wanted to build from Dallas to Fort Worth, you bud?
Fuck you! I did it first.
Well, we'll just let you do that.
Took me so long to just find the button, or to find the
I
logo.
apologize. That was a crass remark.
How dare you? How dare you be
Be
crass?
Crass on a live stream.
Well, I mean, it's one thing if we're crass on Twitch because we don't care as much. YouTube, we're trying to be a little bit PC for everyone.
Yeah.
Whereas on Twitch last night, while I was playing Railroad Mechanics Simulator 2017, we were actively talking smack about Russia. It's fine.
Oh boy.
It was a vibe.
That's Mexico. Oops.
The
I
Waco
turned
Kid.
the map by accident.
Oh, that was 2 water towers I just built. I
Oops.
was too fast for the video game. I clicked the I clicked the button to change to maintenance shop, and I didn't. Oh my god! I can have we can have a big boy. Everyone, we can do it. And it's
got the big boy.
and it's painted yellow.
Yeah, that's a
That's
weird
right.
one.
I don't remember why it was painted yellow. Lordy.
Where are you, Mark? Which one are you?
I'm down south between Austin and San Antonio.
Oh, okay.
I had to
I
go
wanna see the big
somewhere
boy.
where my liberal butt can go. I guess I wasn't going to do the big boy, but I guess I can do the big boy. It's $400,000. It costs $400,000 to buy this meme for one meme. All right, whatever. We're doing it. We're doing it. We bought the big boy, and it's actually gonna haul a fair amount of cars. So
Yeah.
She'll be riding on the big boy when she comes.
yeah, just don't say that again.
God.
It's got a SP6 chime on it for some reason.
You know, the tender.
Oh my god.
Look at the tender. It looks like it's painted in the Rio Grande scheme almost.
Oh god, it kind of does. Yeah, look, the tender
looks
looks like
like
a
an
Rio
F
Grande
unit.
F unit. Yeah.
It does. Huh. Weird. Okay, so this one I know Leighton is going to do unfortunate things to us. The other thing that Leighton likes to do on this map, I know, is buy all of the industries. Yes, he does it on all maps. This one, it's kind of important.
Well, it's because I'm from here.
So
I've
who's
got
running
I've got green class lamps on. Look at that.
Ah,
I'm an extra big boy, or a second
Well,
section big boy.
no, it's
that's a whole 2 more polys.
I know. Look at
My
that.
dude.
I'm assuming it's just a Corona.
Do you like my square sand domes? they're perfectly rectangularly square.
It was 2000. Okay.
I'm more like your valve gear that doesn't move.
The valve gear that doesn't move is good.
The valve gear that is just a texture.
It's a Rio Grande K4000. Well, it wouldn't be a K. It would be an L, and it would be an L137, right?
Yeah.
Is that how much power the big boy makes?
I think so. They do have it articulate, though. They do simulate that.
Eh.
That's cute.
Not like in a way that's pretty, but they sure do it.
I mean, it does it, yeah.
They give it a shot.
I held
God,
all of
how
the
do you-
cargo that was available Austin to San Antonio, and now that I've done that, now it's not doing much. It held like 7 cars the first time, then 2 cars the second time.
I want to buy this. Currently treasury stands at that. Really no bonds. Crap. As
Oh.
Pavarotti said, crap.
Pavarotti.
138, someone says. It's somewhere in there.
So it's
Well,
an
I've made a
L138.
mistake.
What was it he was playing in Hunt for Red October? Was it Pagliacci or Pavarotti?
God, I don't know.
One ping only.
One ping only. Present you the Red October.
And of course, we cannot get bonds. You guys
Yeah.
got the city pairs down right away, and I decided to go and do something. So I think this is going to be like
Oh.
our first game where I end up suffering for a long while and eventually dying, and probably going to make another company later.
Oh.
You can't
Not
make.
start
You
other
can't.
companies.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't.
So
I'm hosed.
yeah, you're. Yeah.
That's rough.
Sorry about that.
Great
That's
state
okay.
of
Well, they
Texas.
suspended the dividend.
Well, you can do stock stuff, right? You could issue
Yeah, you can
stock. which gets you less money, but enough money to buy a station, which is what some of us are doing, because I've got a freaking 4,000 class caboose hop.
Go caboose bouts. There's
By the big boy.
disturbingly little weapons traffic in Texas. This doesn't seem
Sure, we'll get there.
accurate.
I'm not saying
Same with-
everybody in my homeland is armed to the teeth.
Not everyone is.
Just a disproportionate amount.
Just all of them, yeah.
I'm not gonna say how many guns and how many rounds of ammunition I have within 10 feet of me.
How do you say that, Leighton? Is this town Nacogdoches?
Nacogdoches, yeah.
Oh. Huh. That's a hell of a name. Is there anything good in Nacogdoches?
A freeway leaving it?
Okay. It's like Pueblo.
I don't know. I mean, there's Stephen F. Austin University there. My experience with Nacogdoches has primarily been going to the Whataburger there on trips to Arkansas, so...
I'm trying to
Nacogdoches
figure out-
Whataburger is the name of my new garage band.
Nacogdoches Water.
I thought that was envelope of responsibility.
It's actually
Number.
the washout plugs.
Washout Plugs is still the... If we ever have a museum band, it's the Washout Plugs. It's gotta be.
Thanks, Nick.
That is actually pretty good.
I'm trying to figure out what these 3 pipes that they've modeled are supposed to be on the top of the boiler that stick up taller than anything else.
The safeties, I guess?
I suppose?
Is that where the safeties are on that thing?
I don't know.
I think that's where the safeties are, because the whistle's up front.
It is.
They're towards the back of the boiler.
It's
they?
right it's
So
smack
what
in
the
the
hell are
center, yeah.
I don't know, they've got mufflers on them.
And the smokestack has 3 textured holes in it. Okay. And it's also square.
I just can't get over the fact that it's yellow.
Why did it
looks
get
so
painted like
strange.
this? Yeah. Also, it is hauling butts over this garbage track. This is terrifying.
I don't know how the investors are pleased with my performance because I've done terrible things and nothing but terrible things.
Guess we'll go in this direction.
The lack of valve gear animations disturbs me greatly. Gotta write to Pop Top Software and complain about their 20-plus-year-old game. It's only 19, okay? The best indie band name you've heard is Vermin Crunchwrap Supreme. That's pretty solid.
It's pretty good.
That's not a wrong answer.
I went to a Catholic high school. Spoilers. Not that we're going to comment on that any further, but we had a worship band, and their name was God Invented the Crunchwrap Supreme, which I thought was very good.
I'm kind of surprised that was allowed to fly, actually. Ellis, where are you?
I'm up in the north. I was trying to do something with moving, like, cattle, but I didn't connect enough stuff that matters.
Well, see, that's where you done went wrong, is because you're not connected in the south, and we're in Texas.
Hey, Santa Fe's here. San Juan Extension, man.
Yeah, you can in fact build all that way. There's also Santa Fe, Texas, in between Houston and Galveston.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh, what is this unit train of meat that I'm hauling? I'm still out
No,
of
that's
water.
a Texas train.
We're hauling meat. It's 5 cars of meat, a car of cotton, and a car of lumber, and a caboose. And the big boy should have blown up a while ago, but it's been out of water for the whole time. But
Details. That's a lot of cotton.
an
Wish I
entire
could just,
train full.
like, sell all my stock and then go move to a small
Start over.
island somewhere and...
Retire in Tahiti.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm heading for Nacogdoches. I want it for the meme.
For the meme.
Yeah, I just like the name Nacogdoches. Mark has pulled out a commanding lead as far as infrastructure is concerned.
I've got 3 cities connected. They're very far apart from each other, but
Well, you've got 3 cities connected. There are also 3 pretty good cities. I've got DFW, but there's not a lot else near me.
that's the problem
Also-
with Texas is that it's large and flat, with nothing anywhere.
Large and empty.
Also, for those watching along at home, the names of our railroads are the Ligma and Western, Doug Dimadiesel, Eat Shit and Die Trying, and the Iron Horseman. So,
Beautiful.
Ligma and Western.
Yeah.
What is the joke with Ligma and Western? I'm not hip.
Ligma balls, Lamau.
I don't know that it's clever. I think it's got Ligma, which is what the kids say,
Yeah.
right?
I
Yeah.
see.
Leighton did an Among Us.
it's purely class. There's nothing intellectual about it.
Doug Dimadiesel. I like Doug Dimadiesel. Is that Brett?
Took Tim and Diesel took too long, yes.
Doug Dimadiesel. Doug Dimadiesel. Yeah.
Owner of the Doug Dimmadome?
Hold of the Dimsdale Dimmadome.
That's right.
Doug
Dimmadome.
Yeah.
Apparently
Is that
that
Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome? Yes, it is. Well, I'll be Dimmadamned.
Apparently Fairly Odd Parents is getting rebooted.
It ended?
Brett
Yeah,
raising the
that's
real
important
questions.
question.
Yes, but... Yeah, no, apparently it's getting rebooted, so...
Oh, well.
You know, I was shit posting on the fact that I was gonna do the big boy, but it is actually it's consistently pulling a lot of cars and actually making money when it runs.
Seems
So-
to be doing well for you.
We'll
Seems,
just
you know,
knock on
accurate.
wood.
Hey.
Big boy pulling 8 cars. I've pulled more than that with 491. I'll have you know.
We all have. Well, except
Ellis hasn't.
Well, have either of you run the Thomas train with more than 8 cars?
Yeah.
Brett, you might have. That might have been the first time you ran. Was that
Yeah.
Thomas train?
The first time I pulled the throttle was the really big Thomas train.
God, that was a
I've
great
never
train to
run
run.
the Thomas train.
That was
Well,
a
you
great
know. It's no fun because you don't get to blow the whistle because Thomas gets to blow its whistle, which just kills everyone's.
Right.
Everyone in the chat is... No. We have to listen to it constantly.
Did the big boys ever make money when they ran? Good God, yes. Why do you think they had 25 of them?
Yeah. They even wanted more.
Did they really?
Yeah, they almost built... God, Leighton, you might be able to help me on this. They almost built another batch of them with larger tenders that were dedicated oil burners to run down to Vegas, I believe.
I did.
Really?
I had no knowledge of that.
I'd never heard of that, yeah.
I believe I'm really on shaky territory here because obviously I'm not a UP guy. But I recall someone saying that yes, they had plans to build another batch of big boys to run down to Las Vegas, burning oil, larger tenders, but never did it because diesels.
I mean,
Oh,
that's
okay.
also not surprising. Apparently, like, the Southern Pacific had plans to build, like, another, like, 50 or 100 AC-9s if the F-3s didn't work out.
Oh.
Snake form.
That's a lot.
Snake.
That's
Ugh.
Pensy money. Or that's Pensy quantities.
Them's pins and numbers right there.
Mm-mm.
I actually wanted to say this leads me into something which ends with plugging the other link there. But
Oh, yes.
I was gonna a-
we
I was
haven't
gonna
done this yet.
I
Plug the
know.
link.
Well, whatever. I'll get there in a minute because you bringing up the second batch of big boys made me think about the story that I got halfway through telling you before we came over here,
Oh yeah.
which is. So, did you guys all know that it goes up to GS8? Like, there's the Southern Pacific GS 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then they got 2 more classes after that
I didn't know that.
of
They didn't know
Yeah.
that.
of engines they took from the Cotton Belt for mostly commuter service, like in the Bay Area.
Yeah, those engines.
Yeah, way towards the end of Steam on the SP.
Yeah, like 19 GS8.
The very last one was 4488. This was engine 813 from the Cotton Belt. It was the second run of L1 Northerns they made, and this is one that they made at home because after they bought 10 from Baldwin, they requested 5 more. They ordered 5 more, and Baldwin said, "Sorry, we're busy." No. And And the deal, I guess, was, well, we'll just ship you the parts and you can put them together yourselves. You know, we'll send you the flat pack L1 Northern.
Assemble it with a hex key.
Exactly. So that's what they did. They built 5 more in-house in Pine Bluff, the Cotton Belt did. And then the SP came around and said, hey, we want your Northerns. Give them to us. We're taking them for commuter service. And the Cotton Belt complied with the class before this one and the class after it. But the middle 5 engines that they had built at home went to the Texas and Pacific instead. No idea why, but they did. 3 years later, 4488 made it to the SP. In the meantime, it had been involved in 2 head-on collisions, which I thought was a little remarkable. But this engine arrived at the Southern Pacific, and I think, like, really late, like 1956 or something. Maybe it was earlier than that, but, you know, the details are a little bit muddled to me at this point. But either way, it finally arrived 3 years after they requested it. They put it in the... They brought it into the shops in Los Angeles, and they repainted it, they renumbered it, they got it all ready for service, they shipped it up to San Jose, and it ran 1 round trip, and then they scrapped it. So they they waited 3 years to get this engine and run a train with it, and they did. They ran a train with it, and then scrapped it. And the reason I know this ridiculous story, not that it's any more ridiculous than many other locomotive stories out there, is that this is the link. I started with the help of a couple of folks creating a steam locomotive trading card game. The first batch is available on Kickstarter, but 4488 is one of these that was brought to me as a request, special order. And I went, okay, I can make this card. And then ended up going down a rabbit hole for like 3 days, finding out things about this locomotive, and finally tracking down a picture of it that we could use, because that was particularly elusive, at the Rare Museum of Pennsylvania's archives, of all places. Which, the researcher there, when I sent the email in about, like, hey, we'd like to use this photo, how do I get, like, the rights to use it in this very limited purview? And they didn't email me back, so I called them up, like, a week later. And the woman who answered the phone was like, yeah, I got your email, that sounds like a really cool idea. I was like, oh, wow, I didn't think anybody would like or care. But, you know, they were a little bit surprised, because they said they didn't get requests like this often, obviously.
Most of ours are from Jerry Day.
Yeah.
They were green.
They were green. So, yeah, I mean, that was a special order. It was born out of this whole thing, which was born out of a promotional card that Steamtown produced, like in the 90s or early 2000s, for one of their locomotives. And this has, on the front, it's got a picture and features and stuff like that. On the back, it has every single stat for the given locomotive on steamlocomotive.com. So you can use these cards. It also has a link to rules for a game we call Locomotive Versus. So you can use these cards to play against each other, or you can just collect them. There are 16 cards in the first batch, which are all like really famous locomotives. It's an AC9 to bring it around. There's a Dreyfus Hudson. There's this Everett 11, which is the smallest engine of the batch. There's Ellis and I-18, which served at the Rio Grande Scenic and at the Grand Canyon, and is in Colbrookdale now. Yeah, I was gonna say I understand that people have things to say about that.
Snake Farm.
Snake Farm.
But you know, they're all there in the Kickstarter. I just wanted to be able to plug that at some point during the stream, and Heis, I really appreciate you giving me a platform to do it.
By all means, yeah, it's in the stream description if you want to get involved with that and support him on Kickstarter. It's there, so by all means.
We're doing Texas things. Do this Texas style.
You know what? A refinery sprung up in Oklahoma City here, and I think it might save my bacon.
Really?
Yeah, suddenly my trains have gotten much longer.
Oklahoma, where the wind goes blowing down the plain. So where is Layton then?
East Texas.
Well, someone has
We're all in
decided
East
to build
Texas.
spurs on all of my everything.
No, I bought trackage rights. I took it up with your management.
But my management, you fuck.
Yeah, your lower management.
My lower management. God, that is how that
Very
works.
personal.
That's called a bribe, I'm pretty sure.
Well, potato. I want trains to Houston.
And
Well,
we all stuck up here in Oklahoma.
Everybody wants trains to Houston except Amtrak, okay? Fourth largest city in the country. All they got is a tri-weekly.
Well, in Amtrak's defense, I'm sure they would love to do more.
welcome to the ES and DT, where our station platform intersects with our railroad. It's perfect.
Well, details.
Reminds me of the EBT's platform, which is just pavement where the track is.
The amount of lag that's going on is leading for some shenanigans.
Uh-oh. Shenanigans on your end?
Yeah, I've ended up building a water tower out in the middle of nowhere. And I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to build a passing track, I think.
There's no agua.
There is no agua.
No agua.
Named after the No Agua water stop.
Alblan.
We haven't answered this question.
Oh god.
I
Was
think
there
was a
agua
water
at No
tower.
Agua?
I think there was a water tower way back in the day, hence why there was a stop, but it didn't last long.
I thought
think
it
there
lasted
was-
until the end of the Santa Fe extension.
It did, but it didn't have a water tower.
Oh.
But I think when it was built, it did have a water tower. I think. I don't know. I can't get a straight answer on this.
I thought there was a water tower there.
That was always, again, doubling back to Chef Boyardee, that was something that he always maintained, is that there was never a water tower there because it was called No Agua, which is funny, and it's memey to say, and you say it and you go, oh, well, heard, or, you know, oh, it's funny. But also, I think there was a water tower there, was there not? Why was there a stop if there was not a water tower? There certainly wasn't a town there.
There were
Doesn't make
people there.
sense, does it?
No.
All right, now I've got
mean-
my Southern Pacific 40 for 49, except painted wrong, hauling a unit train of cotton.
I don't know if there's like additional reliability penalties once a locomotive can no longer be purchased. But boy, my thing is approaching its end of life already. And
Yeah.
that's not good for me, who is still 100 grand in the hole. So I guess I'll just put a caboose on it and hope for the best.
What's the win condition for this one?
Highest net worth in 20 years, and we've got
That's
51.
personal?
Yeah,
Okay.
which apparently I'm leading with just over 500,000. Oh no, I think me and Teddy both, me and you are tied, Brett.
Oh, cool.
Oh, they're actually, they are happy with me. They increased my salary, even though I'm 100 grand in the hole. Man, I don't know what I'm doing to these guys to make them like me so much, but they shouldn't. I thought we were lagging out, but my train had stopped for fuel and such.
They're always fun, right?
Yeah. Well, not because it's exploding, which is what it has been doing lately, but the caboose seems to really be helping.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. I'm appreciative of this.
I wish I could issue bonds.
Yeah.
This
right?
one's a slow burner of a game just because nobody has money to build anything.
Children no longer want-
Children no longer want wooden toys. Well, tell the children.
To deal with it.
Yeah. Suck it up, you damn kids.
They'll get what
Back
they
in my
like.
day.
Yeah, exactly.
What are they selling?
Chocolate!
They're selling chocolate!
Chocolate!
Remember when they invented chocolate?
I remember when they first invented chocolate. Sweet, sweet chocolate. I always hated it. Hello, young lady. Is your mother home?
Ma!
Good lord.
Ace Bob.
Oh boy.
Where's
Let's
this plane
see.
Going?
Does anybody have a good window into chat? Do we have people still watching?
Yeah, we've got 138 people watching still.
Really?
138 people. Jeez.
Yeah, it's actually
I mean,
been
I
pretty
guess-
consistently 120 to 130 the whole time.
Oh, sweet. We got people that are actually like hanging out with us. What, or is anybody saying anything? I'm unfortunately stuck in full screen mode, so I can't read chat anymore.
Yeah, a fair amount of people are saying things. Here and there. They were
Do we get
commenting
to know
on the
those
wooden
things, or-
toys. Don't you
Oh.
hate when you build in trains and you build on the wrong layer?
Oh,
Yeah,
man, that makes me that messes
that one
me up.
hurts. That
Yeah.
one hurts.
Especially because some of the stuff in trains can be so finicky with it only plays nice if it's on a certain layer.
Yeah.
Like signal settings and stuff will only save in the session layer, and I've learned over time that the best way to build a route is to make a route, then make a session for that route, and edit in the session on the route layer all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
It's that way it saves things. Every time I try to get fancy with layers, I screw myself over.
It's like a Photoshop thing. Every time you get fancy with layers, it all goes wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Texarkana, there's beer here, isn't there?
Yeah.
So Smokey and the Bandit would lead us to believe. But you can't
what
take
they'd
it
lead you
east.
to believe.
That's
All
bootlegging.
we're doing is hauling lumber. Oh no, we got a little bit of, what is this?
If there's
Oh my god.
Toys and corn. We've got some non-wooden toys and some corn.
I am in the black. Ladies and gentlemen, I have returned
Ladies
to
and gentlemen, it's happening.
Returned to the world of having money.
Damn it, I just shorted your stock too.
Oh no. Is that a thing you can do?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Stock.
How do you do that?
Does anyone remember the Train Town video game from 2004? You think it was? You missed.
Yes.
You missed. That's a Fander Bender. you missed my Twitch stream from Friday night where we attempted to play that briefly. It does
How
not
did
want
that
to.
go?
It does not want to cooperate with a streaming service very
Color
well.
me unsurprised.
Right.
I recall Traintown didn't really want to work when it was new either. I never got that one to work. I think I'm gonna double track Dallas, Mark, because you have contributed to a very large problem here.
You're welcome.
I'm realizing this oil refinery sprung up, and that's very cool of it, but at the same time, like, there's no oil anywhere near me, so it's not actually doing anything.
Oh.
The only place where oil is coming out is... I'm not even going to try to pronounce that.
The northern we
it's-
were talking about is on the Cotton Belt, and it's the 819. I'm pretty sure the 819 is a consolidation, isn't it?
Well, it's a
No.
northern.
819's
Yeah.
another.
Is
It's
it?
stuck in Pine Bluff getting a cosmetic restoration.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
were the ones that were like, hey, hey, Cotton Belt, you guys are our friends. We can run our steam engine, right? Yeah, you guys are great. And then Union Pacific bought the whole thing. And they're like, hey, we can run our steam engine, right? And Union Pacific was like, no, you can't. And they were like, yeah, we're gonna do it anyway. And the Union Pacific said, like, hell, you will.
Yeah.
The fuck you say?
I see.
Yeah. They're not called the Dream Crushers for no reason.
Yeah. Not a lot of love lost for UP.
What's the Cotton Belt engine that I'm thinking of, or what's the 280 that's a UP 280? Or that's the 618, not the 819.
That's the
Yeah, that's
Heber
what-
engine, yeah.
Yeah, the Heber engine.
Give you the Heber-jeebies?
Indeed.
I need to go
You
see
know what
that.
just...
They need to get it running so I can go right behind it.
Hey! Who's with the faux PRR logo that just tied into me?
That'd be Doug Dimmadome.
Oh god.
Owner of the Dim Dum Dim Dum.
Or Doug Dimmadiesel, sorry. I'm legally distinct.
Legally distinct.
Yeah.
That's my new
Man, that's
band.
cursed. I forgot that, I forgot that the locomotives will just reverse on switches. Because of reasons.
Yeah, you don't need to build wise.
I have a vivid memory of one of the first times I ever played this game. My main line was lined with Ys, and I wish I could go back in time and find like 10-year-old me and just shake him and be like, "What are you doing? Like, what?"
Right.
Oh, okay. You're just gonna steal my stuff, my commerce, I guess.
I'm not stealing your commerce.
No,
I'm just
of course
bringing it elsewhere. Like Dallas.
not. Thinking of
Legally
Shreveport.
distinct. What does that mean? Someone asks.
Oh god, are we gonna go into copyright law?
Yeah, that's a little
I've
bit
had to.
much for us to
Well,
explain.
you see, there was this mouse.
Okay. Go back to the mouse. Legally distinct in a short form is it is different enough that you can't be sued for having the same idea. So it's a ripoff that you've changed enough that they can't file a lawsuit against you. That is what legally distinct effectively means.
Yeah, it's
Pretty much, yeah.
The copy my homework, but change it a little so they don't know you copied of the.
Yeah.
Legal
My
world.
Change it
sorry,
enough so they
sorry.
can't catch
My
you.
salary got raised by $4,000 to 21,000, and I got a bonus of $5,000. That's some
Nice.
good stuff right there.
That's nice.
Yeah, I mean, congrats.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Can my furniture factory start making money, please?
Oh, everything. You were right about the stuff glomming towards me. It's really happening. What is this? This is a warehouse that is sucking up meat like there's no tomorrow, I guess.
So AliExpress Mickey Mouse is fine, but DeviantArt fan art of Mickey is no bueno, and Disney will sue you. Well, you know.
I mean, you couldn't call him Mickey Mouse, but you could call him, like, Mark the Weasel.
That felt a little pointed.
Sorry. I was trying to think of a name with M that wasn't Mickey, and my mind went to Mortimer, and it's like, no, that's the other one.
Mortimer.
Mortimer Mouse. He's the... Sorry, that wasn't meant to be pointed.
Oh my god.
Mark the Rabbit. How about that? Mike the Rabbit. No, oh fuck. Why are M names so hard?
That's great.
Outstanding.
Outstanding.
You only have one promotion left. From the left seat to the right seat.
Okay, Frank.
That was Colonel Bob. God rest Colonel Bob.
Oh, I miss Colonel Bob. You can't hit a colonel. Tell that to Mrs. Colonel Bob.
I never knew Colonel Bob. I'm bummed I never knew Colonel Bob.
Colonel Bob was good. He was good people.
Totally deadpan.
It's a college
What
here.
is that? Oh my god, that's a lot of steel that's being moved on my train suddenly. Maybe I shouldn't be too upset about you coming into Oklahoma City, why?
Yeah. It's kind of... We've linked up, and I think we're all one contiguous network at this point, but it's kind of the only way we're moving anything.
I mean, you know, big wide world, I guess.
Certainly looks that way, right? Who just turned the game speed to very slow?
That was me on accident.
That's a
Sorry.
thing that we can do.
That's a thing he can do.
It's a thing that I can do, for I have the powers.
I got the power!
do that. Apply contest to all stations.
La Mesa and Odessa.
And buy a GP7.
Oof. Odessa, there's a shithole.
How dare you?
Well, tell them how you really feel.
Yeah.
Anybody I've ever met that lived in Odessa call it a shithole, so I don't feel bad about saying that.
Well, that's kind of the weird thing about Pueblo is some people actually defend it.
Right.
Well, for every cruddy place,
There are people
it's
that like
someone's
cruddy
home.
places.
Yeah. Well, I suppose so. Yeah. I'm not really one to talk. I live in Providence.
I mean,
Visit
Providence isn't as bad as Pueblo.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's not, but oh my god, I just got so much money. Oh, all that dosh.
Ching 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 ching.
Yeah.
Loads of money!
Yeah, Ellis, I went on a vacation to New England in September.
Yeah.
Tried to cross all 50 states off before I hit 30, and I spent a day and a night in Providence.
Oh.
Not a lot to do there.
No. I wish I had met you previously because I'm sure I could have shown you some stuff.
Yeah.
Got a model train club.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm a member of a pretty great model railroad club in Warwick. So,
Oh, damn it. I should have gone to that.
well, maybe you'll have to come back again.
Alright then, the highlight of my trip was the Rhode Island School of Design Museum.
That is a really cool museum. I have been trying to get Gloria, my girlfriend, over there basically since we've known each other, and half of that it was closed due to COVID. So,
Damn.
Why is this?
taking you to the RISD Museum.
It was enjoyable.
Also,
I've been there before.
oh, you have? Maybe it was the MIT Museum that I.
The MIT Museum is good too.
Yeah, that definitely is.
Yeah, I've been there on field trip.
I've done the thing. I've bought a diesel locomotive.
Field trip.
Dun-dun.
Is there a way for me to just change? Oh, replace locomotive. Here it is.
I want to be a
Yeah, there's for sure a
boat
button for that, yeah. Hypernova Mark 6 in chat says, why would you defend Pueblo?
I'm certainly not.
Somebody will. It's not me.
And Jolly Farms says, oh my god, it's worse than that. Don't drink the water there. It's filled with oil. Parentheses, Odessa.
Oh.
Where is this going to? It's going to a cattle ranch. Just making livestock.
I got all livestock.
Pig iron, I got all pig iron.
Yeah, it's a GP7.
Going on in Amarillo. Not a whole lot, huh?
You know, I've driven to Amarillo by morning several times and nothing good has happened.
Bit misleading then, isn't it?
Armadillos keep digging.
God damn it. They're so rude. I'm finally building a water tower in Dallas.
What's happening?
Oh, I just realized I don't think I put a water tower along this route that I hastily constructed.
What's everybody's current personal net worth?
I'm sitting at 1332. Damn it, you're winning.
13. How do you see what other people are?
You click on their picture.
Oh.
1332?
Yeah,
1330.
1330.
Just went up.
Who's
Okay,
who's
so
winning?
Teddy Bonesevelt.
What's yours,
Oh, I
Brett?
see. You. In that lingo, 23.
That's not helpful. I don't think that...
2 point.
No, that doesn't work, because that's not what it says in the book.
The book, I'm 2.3 million, which is 2,300K, is
Yeah.
what Leighton
Oh,
was referring
I'm
to.
only at 1 million
Yes.
in the book, so...
Stock split.
There's, if you go to the one above the medal, you can see everybody else's. and it's in K, so that's where his 1400 came from.
Got it. So
Yeah.
I'm handedly losing. Got it.
Well,
By the way, how many viewers do we have on the live stream right now?
135.
pretty
Consistent.
good. Alright, purchased a third train.
A third train. I've got 4 trains. So get on my level.
I'm up to
I'm
10.
surprised. I am remarkably surprised I'm that close to anyone else. Alright, what is this? This is it's a munitions factory, I see.
Hi, Mick.
Which you would think would do well in Texas, but
You would think.
Where does, hold on, I need my big foldout.
yeah,
Where does
very
this
show.
go?
I thought you were gonna say I need my big book of Texas.
Yeah. Where's the munitions factory? Oh, there it is. Oh, it goes to barracks and military depot. That's it. So we need
We've done a thing.
ammunition.
Munitions,
It looks like we
munitions,
don't
munitions.
have... Oh, it looks like there's one way over here in Fort Davis. I see. And there's... Oh, looks like there's one in Amarillo, actually.
Amarillo.
Yeah.
I've seen
okay.
I've seen this question several times, and we've always been engrossed in other conversations. Haven't been able to answer it, but Hunter asks, "Heist, how did you get into working on a historical railroad and learning to drive steam locomotives?" Well, Leighton, how did I?
Well, you see, I was wearing a shirt with the 844 on it. In the
It was
dining
this.
hall.
It was the 611. How dare
Right,
you get this
611.
wrong?
I was engaged in Train Shirt Tuesday.
Prefacing this, Leighton, Mark, and I went to the same college. They went at the same year.
Yeah. So Leighton and I were both freshmen at the Colorado School of Mines. Oops, we've been doxxed.
You poor things.
Not that we've done it before.
That's 3 miles from the museum is where you went to college. Oh no!
Oh no! Everyone knows now. But yeah, I was in the dining hall and Leighton was in line to get an omelet from Micah, which that's the move. Has always been the move. I mean,
Yep.
that was the thing.
Apparently, he no longer works in the dining hall. A great sadness.
not.
That is depressing. That was the only good part of that dining hall was his omelets. Anyway. And I was walking to put my plate away, and I saw him wearing his 611 shirt proudly, and I was still very much I'm hiding the fact that I like trains person, because I was still not comfortable with myself being who I was coming out of high school, kind of thing. And I saw Leighton there being a complete dork wearing a 611 t-shirt, and I had to talk to him, because he's the only person I knew that, had run into that was like, oh yeah, trains, that's cool. And he was just super open and forward, and we'd like, we didn't really even talk. It was just a quick thing, and then like we exchanged numbers or whatever, and then we met up at Digger Den once after you fired 346 for the first time.
Yep.
You came in late on that Saturday, and you were in your overalls looking like a badass, and you'd fired the locomotive, and I was like, this nerdy train kid who's more of a foamer than me. Sorry, I'm judging. I'm laying judgment. I know.
I had to have hands on it. I get it.
Right? It was just like, he got to fire the 346. That's the whole reason I came to this college.
I didn't know that.
Well, it's the whole reason I went to look at mines, not the whole reason that
Oh,
I went.
okay.
That came to,
not
you know.
gonna lie.
Still.
The college obviously is great, and that's why I went there. It's not that it, I only looked because 346 was there, and I wanted to go see it, and then found out that it was a great college after the fact because I'd never heard of it. But anyways, and so Leighton tried to get me on as a volunteer, and then I was a flake because first semester college woes and stuff, and second semester. We were in the same class, and Leighton called me out. It was like we were like doing a like, hey, pass, do an introduction and pass to someone else thing. And Leighton
Gross.
got introduced, and he passed to me and went, and Mark better come with me to the Railroad Museum this weekend. Ugh.
Yeah, that was literally the day that we were fixing 91's superheater, and Mike dropped me off at the museum, I was in overalls with a hard hat on.
Yeah. So.
Into the class.
So yeah. So I went to the museum, and then the rest is history.
The follow-on to that question is typically, how do I become involved? As
Which
somebody
this
asking
is the
question.
story that I know.
No, not me personally. I mean, the people asking the question is typically the question that follows, how did you become involved, is how do I become involved? How do I do steam engine shit? How do I get to do all this cool stuff?
Here's my answer that I've been giving to folks, and see if you guys agree with me. The answer is, you find an outfit near you, you show up, you shut up, and you work hard. You don't try to say that you know things. You don't try to show off your knowledge. You don't try to be flashy. You show up, put the time in, work hard, and get along with the group of folks that are there.
Volunteer for the worst jobs.
Volunteer for the worst jobs, and never ask to be in the cab. Never ask to do anything fun. Never just walk up and assume you can get in the cab or do those things. As soon as you do that, you don't get to.
No.
You have to be given the opportunity, but you have to get there by
it will
earning
come.
it. And it will. And it will. If you do those
takes a
things,
while.
it will.
Absolutely. I totally agree with that. Leighton, you?
Same. Just keep showing up. Be dumb enough to keep showing up.
That basically sums it up. Keep showing up, and like Mark said, the big difference I've seen with people that come to the organization and put in the time and work really hard and never really get anywhere, and the people that come to the museum and really dig in and get to do all the cool stuff are the people that come in and they just kind of knuckle down. You don't pretend like you don't know anything. You don't know anything, because trust me, I thought I knew stuff. You don't know shit when you get to these places. None of us still know shit.
That's 1,000% true. And to piggyback on that, I knew that I didn't know a ton about trains when I went to work at the museum. Realized I knew nothing as soon as I got there. And tried to set about learning some things, and I learned a lot, and I thought like I knew a lot when I left the museum. And then I went to go work for BNSF, and I showed up being like, okay, well, I knew a lot in my last gig, I'll do good here. And I knew fucking nothing all over again, because totally different, diesel, class 1. I mean, you just always come in humble and just learn.
At this point, the railroad is almost 200 years of history and shared experience and technology. The sooner you realize that you know fuck all and can accept that and can work with that, the quicker you learn things, and by learning things is how you get to places. That's how you gain more mobility around these things.
Yeah, come in humble or be humbled.
Yeah. And,
That's
come in
pretty
humbled
accurate.
or be humbled and be quiet about it. Oh.
This
And
is
just-
the
Just keep showing up.
Just keep showing up. Find a local gig. If they don't have Steam, that's fine. Go and work and get some experience on track, get some experience with knocking cars. Not everywhere is going to be the place that you want to be forever and ever and ever. But showing up and putting in the effort is what really counts.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
everything is good experience.
Absolutely.
Yeah, even if it's diesels or God help you if it's trolleys, but I mean diesels or trolleys or whatever.
Well, diesels or trolleys, and that really is kind of glamorous. Whether it's diesels or trolleys, or if it's scraping out the inspection pit, that is good experience.
You will gain so much clout if you go clean the pit. Nobody wants to do it. Literally, nobody wants to clean the pit. If you clean the pit, yeah, that's some good clout right there.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's like a lot of just like boring jobs. Like I think I spent like 2 hours on Saturday wire wheeling washout plugs.
Yep. Just cleaning Teflon off of brass.
Sounds about
Yeah.
right.
Teflon and
When Leighton
Just
and
gotta
I were new at the Railroad Museum, I mean, God, how much time did we spend needle gunning 491's everything?
yeah, I don't want to talk about that.
months, years. I mean, like the first couple months, it was like, oh yeah, here's a needle scaler, blast all the old paint off. Godspeed.
Have
And
fun. Knock yourself out. Don't die.
And you get back to the you get back to the dorm, and your arms are just shaking like mad because you spent all like literally 12 hours of volunteer time running basically a fancy the Kansas City tickler, as Frank would call it.
It's basically like a dozen or so itty bitty little rivet guns running all at once in your hand.
Yeah.
You just sit there and you shake to death.
Then go back to the dorm, lie down in your bed, and remember, crap, I need to write an 8-page lab report for Chem 2.
Ugh, I hate how real that is. Why would you say that?
Shinkansen Series 0?
Yeah, I was gonna ask why the heck we're getting that.
That is interesting.
That is
I haven't got
interesting.
that yet, but
What was
Anyway,
that?
we can buy a Shinkansen for reasons.
Oh yeah, that thing.
new choo-choo. Ellis, were you gonna say something?
I was gonna mention the fact that, as was alluded to earlier, I actually have none of this experience, and it's unfortunate because, well, I'm the one person here that didn't go to mines, although I did go to an engineering school, and the
Equally
closest,
sad and depressing.
yes, of course. The closest thing to me was actually the Berkshire Scenic, and as much as I would have loved to volunteer with them, I couldn't bring myself to find the time.
And it's hard.
It is hard. They were an
It's-
hour
it's-
away too.
Mark,
So-
during college, on average, how many hours would you say you put in at the museum?
30
Knowing that your parents
30
will never see this.
37 hours a week. That was what
Yeah.
I had averaged before I got hired. When I was volunteering, before they started paying me, I was averaging 37 hours a week on top of 15, 16, 17, 18 sometimes credit hours with all the homework that comes with that. I mean, I had no free time. I was also playing in a freaking rock band at the same time. I mean, it was
That's awesome.
it was rare that I had an evening off for anything.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a
Also,
challenge and
You didn't
painful,
play
but
Team Fortress 2 at that time?
I was playing competitive Team Fortress 2 my freshman year, but that stopped pretty shortly after I got to the museum because there was no time. That was the end of the time.
That's about, not with the rock band, obviously, but that's about the time commitment I had at the museum with my freshman year.
Yeah.
It's a large time commitment, and not a lot of people can make that. And it's fine. You don't need to make that massive time commitment to move anywhere. Just know it's going to take a little longer.
Yeah, if
But
you
sorry,
if you wanna,
didn't mean to tell us that
We-
you
we-
carry on
Oh,
with
that's
what you were
fine.
saying.
we got to have the fast track because we could put the time in, or we were stupid
Maybe
enough to
Chef
put the time in.
Boyardee-
Enough to dedicate the time.
Yeah. Meanwhile, according to Chef Boyardee, I was a slacker because I was only doing like 20 hours a week because I opted to do home to spend more time studying.
And you probably
Yeah.
did better in your college studies than I did. So
I know you did better than I did.
Well,
Well, y'all made it out, so that's what matters.
we
That's
did
what's
survive.
important.
Somebody say Team Fortress 2. Hey, we even played Team Fortress 2 on stream last night with people in my new Discord. Shout out the link is in the description if you want to join my public Discord. So Hunter Link says, "Thank you for all the answers. I felt like we were all talking to him personally. He's just out of high school. He's always loved trains and he wants to work in the industry. You appreciate the advice." All right, that's a different
Dude.
question. That's a very different statement if you're saying, oh, you're out of high school and you want to work with trains and work in the industry. And we're all going to have different opinions on this, probably, but
We all have very different backgrounds with relation to how those two things interact.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, take it from me. I went to college, and I got my engineering degree, and I then used that to get a management trainee position at a Class 1 railroad, BNSF Railway. And then I did that as the start of my career, and I got out of it because I hated it, and the Class 1s treat you very poorly. And I'm now working for a
What?
transit agency instead, and making a lot more money. It's fine. With a lot better benefits, and I hate it a lot less. So, anyone that says like, "Oh yeah, you should go to college and then go work for the railroad," you probably shouldn't do that. I would not recommend anyone apply for a job with the Class 1 railroads, personally, but that's just me.
Outside looking in, I'd recommend the same. I have a degree in effectively Class 1 railroad stuff, kind of a jack of all trades, master of none, and I am terrified of going to a Class 1. I would... no.
The asterisk is if you could get on at corporate with BNSF and work in the corporate office in Fort Worth, that's pretty cushy. That's pretty nice.
But for people like us and people watching this stream
that want to do train stuff, that is an office job that works for the railroad. That is not a train job. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not railroading, you're flying a desk. You deal with boxcars on spreadsheets, but that's it.
Yeah, that's why right now the way I describe it is that I work my interests and volunteer my passions. My passions are around trains, but what puts money on the table is designing roads.
And that's honestly a really good way to do it, and that's why a lot of these outfits are volunteers, because it's
fun. It's very fulfilling work.
Yes. But, I mean, to make money, like, specifically in steam trains, you have to be the best of the best, and there's only, like, 4 guys that really do that, like, on a contractor basis, you know?
Well, and make no mistake, to get to that level is, like, 40 years of experience. That's not something that you walk into. You want to be the best of the best. You want to be a Steve Butler or a Randy Babcock or an Ed Dickens, to throw a name out that people might actually know. That is a long way to the top.
And even then, it's feast or famine.
Well, and it's all based on luck.
Yeah.
That's not a
really
reliable, I want to be the steam god as a career. That's not really something you can put sights on and aim for.
Yeah.
That's not to say you shouldn't pursue it, but just know that that's the name of the game.
Yeah, that's not to kill your dreams, but there's a lot of people out there who think they're people like Ed Dickens who restored a big boy, and they're not.
There are a lot of jokes we could make here. I was going to make we're not doing steam engine. Right now we're just putting things back together. That doesn't require any skill.
It's not my fault every now and then a tank car blows up.
Ugh.
Oh, God.
A lot of jokes.
But, yeah, getting back to the initial point, just figure out what you want to do, and also, what do you want your life to look like? And what job can you do, or are you interested in, can provide you with an income to have that lifestyle?
Well, and lifestyle is really crucial. There are a lot of people, I think some of us included to some extent, that none of us would really want to work for somewhere like Durango and Silverton or Cumbriz and Toltec full-time as shop or train crew, simply because it's not, it doesn't equate to the lifestyle we would personally like.
I have too many guitars that I want to buy. I have too many guitars that I want wholeheartedly open. I have too many guitars and guitar gear and things that I love that cost a lot of money that I'd want to buy that I could not do if I was spending all my money on my rent.
Yeah. Yep. And if you want to work at somewhere like Durango or Cumbriz and Toltec or Strasburg or insert railroad that actually pays people here, more often than not, you can afford to live and do it. You're just not going to be eating lobster thermidor and I don't know what else is expensive.
You will not have 2 Volvos.
5 Guys. You're not going to be having 5 Guys.
Oh, God,
that is expensive. Speaking of, I don't remember who it was, but someone early up in the chat was saying that they're a machinist and they want to work for the Durango and Silverton.
Dude.
And it's like, if you want to do that and it is your passion and you have that desire and you do not care about the dollar signs and the fact that you will either need to have a significant other that can pay your expenses to some extent or a roommate, then go for it. Go, dude, they need the people. And they're a great outfit with great people, great railroad. I mean, go for it. But
Cumbriz and Toltec will hire you if you can spell train right now.
That's also true. I mean, you can get on with these places, but I mean, it's not glamorous for the most part. So
I remember. So there's this guy, Bernie Watts. I think Mark, Brett, and I all know Bernie. He really cool dude. He rebuilds steam locomotive appliances. That's his business. And I've known him for a long time. And I remember at one point I went and got lunch with him, and we were talking. And I was thinking about like, oh yeah, do I want to do the tourist train thing as my livelihood? And he said, you know, I remember it was the winter of like 1974. I was working in Chama. I had $20 to my name. I was living in a boxcar with a stove, and I had $20 and 3 cans of beer, and there was 3 feet of snow on the ground. Do you want to live like that? And my answer was
and that's not to say you shouldn't. That, for a lot of people, is a beautiful lifestyle. It is relaxed, it is fulfilling, it's a lot of things to a lot of people, and that's how these railroads run.
yeah.
But that's a question you have to ask yourself, and you have to very seriously ask yourself. For a long time throughout high school, I was convinced that I wanted that lifestyle, and luckily I got into the museum a little bit before I made that decision for college, and got a taste of it and went, okay, this is fun. Is this something I want to do as my only option forever and for all eternity? And the answer was no, so, you know, college engineering degree, moving a little bit beyond, as Leighton said, what was it? Work your interests, volunteer for your passions.
Yep. Yeah. What you are passionate about very rarely is what puts food on your table. And that's just how it is for a lot of people.
Yep. It's about getting a job that you may not love, but at least you enjoy, or at least you tolerate, you know?
Yep. Work is not called work because it's fun. That's what...
Yeah. It's a good way to put it. Oh, crap.
So
Leighton, the guy that you talked to yesterday and told about the stream, is in the chat. And his username is the Sexy Mantis, which might put a new spin on how you knew him from yesterday.
I don't know if that is the moniker I would have applied to him when I met him, but hi, Sexy Mantis.
Sexy Mantis.
Snake Farm.
Snake Farm. Why is this out of oil? Oh, because it went on Brett's Railroad where they don't maintain anything.
God damn it.
Alright.
Hey, man. Can I help it if I'm the Rio Grande Southern? Sorry,
Recycle
Ellis.
shit.
It's fine.
What were you saying?
Oh, just that I'm doing things that I've really never done before in this game, which is building branch lines to industries.
Ooh, that's a fun game.
Yeah.
Do you own the industries that you're building to?
One of them I do.
That's a really fun game.
Oh, how did I just set this up? Did I center it? No, okay. What's going on
Oh,
here?
you know what I need to do is I need to upgrade this oil refinery.
I see fertilizer factor in it. I immediately think, well, that's a giant bomb.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. So
Is there a fertilizer factory in Oklahoma City?
No, there's one in Lawton.
There's one in Greeley. It's just a big field full of shit.
Lost it.
I was gonna say by
Oh, you get
smell
a
there
great
is
stuff
one.
from the chemical plant. I'm not even sure if we have one of those on this map.
And it's go.
Chemical plant?
Go.
Yeah, someone owns a chemical plant in.
I own a chemical plant in Houston.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I see him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alpha Creator asks, did all of them start at museums? We all started at the same museum.
Yes, we did.
So
3 out of 4.
Yeah, barring Ellis.
Yeah.
You're in, well, I guess one of two. No, Hawaii still has Steam. You're in the only state that does not have Steam.
Yep. There's not a single steam locomotive in my state.
Not even on static display. There's nothing.
Yep. It's
that
a
is
sad
why haven't
Yeah.
you moved yet?
It is
Well,
the
yeah.
only state like that.
because Rhode Island. Just that's all I really have to say for myself. Because Rhode Island. There's the thing about the place.
That's
Rhode Islanders are
pain.
human salmon. We always come back, even if we try to leave.
You
Dusty's,
can check out anytime you like.
Yeah.
but you can never leave. I would play it on guitar, but I'd probably get a copyright strike once again, so I won't.
Because you're too good at it.
Yeah.
We can do that much.
Dusty's friend Jimmy says, I enjoyed the time at the museum playing with the old school stuff, but as Brett said, it does put into perspective what you're thinking about what you want to do for your career.
It's
Indeed.
great. It's great. It's really fun. It's really fulfilling work. It is incredibly physically demanding work. Some days you're pulling the throttle, coming into the station, waving at all the cheering people. Most of the time, you are covered in grease, covered in small cuts, freezing cold, and soaking wet underneath the locomotive.
Yeah, most days
That's about
you're
right.
cleaning out the exhaust fan of all the gummy coal and ruining both your washer and dryer.
Oh,
Snake Farm.
I hate that smoke, Jack.
Snake Farm. Snake
Snake
Farm.
farm.
Reasons to go to a laundromat, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
legitimately.
Well, I rented the place, so I just, ruined the washer and dryer, but, it's fine.
Or can
Yeah.
we please have a locker room and a washer dryer again? Or a locker room again and a washer dryer?
No, we got
locker
rid of
room
the
would be
lockers. We don't want lockers. Lockers are bad.
because
People-
Chef Boyardee got mad.
Chef Boyardee got mad, so we had to get rid of those.
Why did Chef Boyardee get mad about the lockers?
Was this during your exile?
This was during my exile.
Oh, I thought you knew about this. We used to have lockers in the roundhouse, but Chef Boyardee, being Chef Boyardee, got in a mood one day and decided that there no longer would be lockers because they were taking up a whole 10 linear feet of track space. in stall four.
And people were hiding things in their
I mean,
lockers.
The only thing that I ever saw someone hiding was Mike Davis's odd collection of 10-inch segments of chain.
Which what good does that get you? Not much.
That
I guess
gets you absolutely nothing.
I guess
Mike
it-
Davis
it-
sure liked his collection of chain.
it
but-
holds the balloons down.
Yeah. We didn't have him last year. They nixed the balloons.
That's unfortunate.
No more balloon pimp. Where's that other thing? Is this?
Yeah. Also, for
Oh,
those
and a chemical plant in Austin too.
Day out with Thomas is just like an annual source of trauma for all of us.
Polar Express is a bigger one.
Yep. You can ride for free!
No, you can't.
Can also punch you in the face.
'Cause that's the way it happens on the Bipolar Express.
That. Let me put the darn thing down. Well, what is that? It's a bakery.
Well, that was the single most expensive, longest railroad line I've ever laid in this game, I think. But
Oh! That was unnecessary. I'm scared.
Chef Boyardee sounds like a character. Not a good one. Not one you would ever
No.
want to meet.
Every story has a villain. They're characters.
Can confirm.
Somebody that he's an individual that I can think of at least 4 different therapists know about.
Can confirm.
Too real.
Getting a little where we don't need to go.
That's straying a little into the.
That's a little into the territory of we don't need to have
No.
the real mouse, the big mouse, come in then tell us that we can no longer do YouTube things because we talk about their shitty employees. What? Sorry.
Huh? I didn't hear anything. Must have been the wind.
Damn it.
Okay. I
I don't know.
have the-
It's interesting, and it'd be really interesting to have somebody like a Breeden or a Russell or a Chase Bond or a Dylan or formerly a Thomas Bybee, somebody on that does this for a living, Durango and Silverton, Kubras and Toltec, something like that. Because I bet they could provide some good and a little bit different perspective from ours, because all three of us ultimately chose the same thing, and that was to pursue an engineering degree and to stay with heritage railroading closely, but not full time, at least not in the present.
Yeah. We could
You know,
probably
it'd be
get
interesting to have somebody like Little Bill, maybe.
Yeah, I was just thinking we could probably get Little Bill. Because
Little Bill would be
in
great.
the passenger car tech tree video, I was pimping his stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Are you not watching all of
that?
the stuff on my channel, Brett? I'm hurt.
No.
I have not watched the video that came out earlier today yet.
No. What's today? Is today Sunday? Today's
It
Sunday.
is.
Today is Sunday.
I don't have work. I don't
It's
have work
Monday.
tomorrow.
But
It's your
Dusty is a
chef.
big Chef Boyardee fan. No, he's a big fan of literal Chef Boyardee, not figurative, we hate this guy. Sorry, did I say that? Chef Boyardee. Oh, that grade, what the hell? The Railroad Tycoon 3 is the game of bizarre grades because it's all about the management piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, the railroad building is a little bit abstracted. Not
Yeah.
completely, but a little bit.
It's a little out there.
Let's see.
Damn you, Leighton.
Hmm?
Damn you.
There's so many different freaking menus in this game that I can never figure out where the hell I am.
Yeah. Also, something else about the Tourist Railroad and Heritage Railroad world. A lot of weird people. Very strong, a lot of very strong personalities. It's a strange place. A lot of great people, too. But, yeah, a lot of very interesting people.
Certainly, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I was zoned out there for a second.
Oof.
What was your saying about it, Wybold? That it's this community of people that all...
That actually was a Chef Boyardee-ism.
Oh, really?
It's a close-knit community of people who are all incredibly passionate about this common niche interest that we all share, and yet we all hate each other's guts. And that's not actually that true. That's a very...
The last piece of that was very much his.
Yeah, it's true if you're Chef Boyardee. And at the time, it seemed true because Chef Boyardee's perspective was our perspective. We all kind of came into this, for better or worse. We came into this industry through sort of a tinted lens.
Yeah.
Indeed.
And I'd like to think that tint has sort of, rubbed off at least to some extent, but it still does remain whenever we make snide remarks about the Como people or stuff like that.
Certainly, yeah. Definitely an apt perspective there.
Yeah. And, like we said, even with like folks like Como, we disagree how they're doing things, but the base premise of what they're doing, I'm wholeheartedly behind it.
Well, and at the end of the day, they're the ones that get up there and go up in the horrible cold of the South Park and are swinging hammers to lay down track. I'm not doing it, so I for one am glad that they're doing it. That's like, what the hell do I have to say about that?
Not much. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, and really where I'm at right now, my concern, when it comes to like a safety perspective, is just making sure that people are doing things safe, because that's where unsafe practices affect everybody.
And just to throw it out there for the stream, I say Como not as a specific example, but more because it's a name that comes to mind.
Indeed.
That can be applied. We're not bagging on Como at all. It's just, a name.
Yeah.
I should be buying industries left, right, and center.
I'm running out of industries to buy.
Well, good. Don't look over here.
Oh, okay. I just got to Tulsa. Is that over here?
I don't know. Hold on. Depends. Is it? Oh, yeah. That's very over here. Get out of here. Scram.
I want this oil refinery.
But you don't take that oil refinery.
I'm gonna build a dairy processor here,
But I do anyway.
but it won't.
Damn it.
And then the Americans showed up with boats, with guns, gunboats.
Boats.
Holy crap,
I appreciate the meme that is that video, but I don't really like it.
It's a little silly.
It's the same joke over and over, and the joke isn't even a joke. It's just saying something in this kind of voice.
You're right.
How about I do anyway?
But,
Anyway.
oh man, I'm upset. There's actually a meatpacking plant that I've been using like absolute mad, and I should have bought it ages ago because it's worth like $100 million now. It's worth $11,500,000.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I enjoy that oil refinery that's making negative 112K a year.
Oh, I will.
That's yeah, it's actually a lie. It picked up a little bit.
This
It
meatpacking plant is worth $11 million?
$11 million.
That
Holy-
meatpacking plant is literally like the heart of my entire railroad.
Holy
Yo, how come
crap.
the big boy goes faster than the Challenger? He asks. I'm buying a second big boy, everyone.
In 1968.
In 1968, we're still running Steam. They're increasing
Yeah,
my
man.
salary by $9,000.
Alright, that's too expensive. But this, can I buy the barracks? No.
Stop
Damn.
having the country be closed. Yes.
And so the country was opened.
I haven't watched that video in a while. I showed Gloria, which was the last time I watched it. I told her that there is a much more significant version, that being the history of the entire world, and that she should see that at some point. And she was like, "Oh, let's take a break between this one and that one."
That's pretty accurate.
Translation?
Translation, that was a lot. She also couldn't make
No.
it through the Frontier Psychiatrist music video. Said it was
I
too
haven't
weird.
made it through the Frontier Psychiatrist music video, and it's been 10 years.
I don't even know what video you're talking about.
Oh boy.
That boy needs therapy.
Yeah.
I've been in it for years, man.
Yeah.
Ain't we all? I wish I could afford therapy. We're back to insurance. Mine doesn't cover anything like that.
Did
Oh,
we talk
that's
about insurance on
unfortunate.
stream, or was that before it started?
No,
I-
that was during. That was
I
during
think
the
it was
Germany.
during. Yeah.
Mental health is
Alright.
important. Therapy is good.
Take your
Indeed.
meds.
Yeah. Talk to people.
Yeah. Talk to your friends.
Yeah.
Also, take pictures with your friends, because sometimes your friends go away and you think, man, I wish I had a picture with them.
Thomas cries.
Brad.
Got a DD40X.
40X. That's purple for some reason.
Oh, was it purple? It didn't look quite purple, but it was a little off color
It looks
for sure.
something.
See?
Kind of
We're all talking about
maroon,
traits,
but
like intermixed nuggets of wisdom.
indeed. Welcome to
I
this
mean,
channel.
that whole bit about
If you could call what comes out of our mouths wisdom.
okay. That whole bit about the getting into working heritage railways and stuff. That was more than a nugget of wisdom. That is like a whole. That's a whole thing.
I've still got my wisdom teeth in, so it might have helped a little bit.
You got some wisdom
Alright.
stored away.
All
I
four
do.
of mine were impacted. They've been gone since 2012, man.
I've just got a big damn head and a big damn mouth, so.
Won't disagree with you there.
Wow!
That's a lot of damage.
Oh,
Wow!
I just screwed myself last minute. I tried selling off a bunch of stock to try and boost my personal net worth, you know, trying to liquidate assets.
Mhm.
And it totally just tanked my net worth. Leighton and I were neck and neck, and now I'm half of what he is.
Oh, you goofed.
I'm still in second place, but
It's an aluminum line.
Oh man.
Insert industry.
Yeah, I had some amount of stock market shenanigans happen because I just got a message on my screen that says that my broker sold off 47,000 shares of the heat shit
Oh.
and die trying. So
what year is it? It's 69?
Nice.
It shouldn't have crashed yet. Also nice.
nice.
It should be another few years before. Oh god, I've got oil refineries. Although it's gonna end for
Yeah, when does this scenario end? Now, presumably.
next year.
Next
Yeah.
year.
1970. That
So
70s
why
show.
why did I just build to Chihuahua? Because reasons. It's fine.
Hello, Wisconsin.
Oh wow, you're
Oh,
way
sorry.
into
Somebody
Mexico.
pay attention.
I spent the money to get the run into Mexico, and man, we can still buy a big boy.
Accidentally built double track.
Is this
Also,
the only
I
steamer
like-
we can buy?
They can buy the big boy or
Also,
the
I
Challenger,
like-
so another big boy, I guess.
Yeah. I'm more than mildly excited for that 90s show.
Oh, geez, that's right. That's coming.
Wait, is that
Yeah.
actually a thing?
Is it that's a thing? I thought he was
It is
joking.
a thing. According to the internet, it's happening. So,
Huh. Well,
And everything on the internet is true.
What is
everything.
I've missed so many messages from Pharma. Oh, look at that! Look at that! That's fine. That's fine right there. He says, "What is
I
this
completely-
line? What is this heist? This is costing so much money." The no F's given line, the extended roller coaster line, because I like I like little dogs. Apparently.
Chihuahua.
Oh, Machine's here. Hi, Jake.
Good for you, machine.
Good for you, Machine. This is the first time
Can
Jake
Machine
has
find cheese?
watched me do anything. I think he can find cheese.
there's cheese.
Grab the money.
We're robbing the bar cart. And
And I'm the one
doing
doing it. Hooked on phonics
Hooked on
style.
phonics style.
Where's the money, Lebowski?
Money shit. What was I gonna say? Oh, Mark, you're supposed to look in a group when we're done. Somebody mentioned it in the chat when you were getting beer.
Yeah, Pharma said that, and then I looked at
Oh.
the group chat, and no one was in there, and there were no new messages, so I assumed it was unimportant.
Gotcha. Well,
See, cheese! I got it! Yep. Perfect.
good for you, machine.
I, too, agree that I wish Transport Fever or Railway Empire, any of those games, decided to do multiplayer. Like,
Oh, man.
the
Yes.
the whole thing,
Dude.
like, we've not had a good multiplayer train game since Railroad Tycoon 3 until Railroads Online.
Oh,
Wasn't Railroads multiplayer?
Railroads Online is, or Sid Meier's
No,
Railroads
Railroads.
is,
Sid
that's
Meier's
right.
Railroads Online. Not
But
Railroads Online. Sid Meier's Railroads.
Sid Meier's Railroads crashed too much for it to be really good,
No.
but
I mean, I enjoyed playing Railroad Corporation.
Railroad Corporation's okay. Yeah, it's a little weird, but it's
not
okay.
Railroad Tycoon levels of good.
It's
No.
not as good, but I was able to watch most of Cheers to it, so.
Can you connect, for the love of God? Thank you. Thank
I
you.
guess this ends in December. I was thinking it ended in January of this year.
It's currently August, so. Is any stock market shenanigans I could do? No, my share price has fallen through the floor because I apparently bought too much of it.
Oops.
Right.
Yeah, Leighton's cashing out properly. And his net worth is going through the roof. I'm now a third of what he is. Damn it! Oh, I screwed myself. I was right there with you, Leighton.
So close.
I'm losing
So
this
close so far.
handily, is what I'm learning here.
Which one are you? Oh, well.
I'm losing this handily, is what I'm learning here.
In fairness, though, we've actually built a fairly decent. It's interesting how differently the game goes when you change the objective like that,
Right.
and the no bonds thing especially. This has become a game much more about industries and running from places to other places more than building track. I haven't laid track in.
I
like,
did not buy enough industries, and I spent too much money building track. That is why I'm losing.
Well, but like I think some of my most profitable lines were run on joint track of yours, Mark.
Oh.
The winner is
9
LeBron
million.
Stern.
Well, we're gonna pack it up and walk down the rails just like that.
Congratulations, Leighton. I want that as a GIF. That little animation.
Yeah.
Never been able to find it.
It's pretty good. Well, I think that's gonna be all for YouTube. Maybe we'll transit over to Twitch for a little bit or something in a little bit, but that's gonna end this. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed this wisdom, quote unquote, maybe perhaps, and hanging out with the folks from the Railroad Museum and Ellis as well. Make sure you check out
So-
Ellis's channel and his Kickstarter for the Locomotive trading card game that are both in the description of the stream. So, thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you next time.